Hello everyone and welcome to Adventures in Rokugan episode 2. So now we're going to be beginning the adventure after the heroes actually un- unrevealed or somehow accidentally found out that one of the tombs or one of the shrines inside the lands where the Dragon clan actually dwell were two Nagas actually deep beneath the stones itself, sleeping for centuries, only to be awakened by the sounds of swords clashing, the sounds of people screaming, and the sounds of cursing as other people were actually like lashing out at those that the two Nagas doesn't know. So after actually engaging the enemy and interrogating them, what actually happened, what actually transpired here, and why does this happen? So the man that was actually captured and interrogated actually gave a name of a person that wanted to actually destroy the Naga's tomb and either awaken them or sleep or kill them in their sleep. A man named Asai Tusenakage. And it was here that after tying up the prisoners, the samurais from different clans brought these prisoners towards the village. And it was here that upon crossing that bridge, the waters surround them. Small little island that actually crosses across the stream, which is actually slightly far, like with the rivers like around them. And the mountains itself protect these villagers from any incoming attack, and their only entrance was only the small little bridge. And it was here that the moment they arrived, a young boy actually like start screaming and say, "They are here! They are here!" They start pointing. And an old lady and actually like tried to comfort the young boy. It's like, "Yes." She speaks out. "Yeah, finally, they are here. Maybe our predicament will be looked into." But the sounds of the water beneath the hero's feet are just flowing around. This river village has to look to is well connected and well built, of course. It's small, but to the eyes of the other heroes, those that have been around ever since they were kids and not the Nagas. To the Nagas, this is something new. Perhaps to the Nagas, this was just a small little mountain river to the Nagas. But as they approach, Doji was the first to actually cross the bridge. And the little boy was at first terrified, Doji, when you actually look at him. But then again, he smiled and he looked at you and said, "Are you gonna be dancing for us, Kabuki?" And then he actually asked you, Oji.
Oh, if you want to dance, then by all means. I am I am more than well versed in the act.
And then after that, then he actually like look at you and start clapping his hands and he asks you to dance, like dance for me, even for a bit. And then after that, the old lady they actually said, "Hey boy, hey little boy, Kabuki needs payment before he could dance." And then she bows her head. Sorry, sorry. It's like we don't have money to pay for your performances. She speaks out.
Oh, it is no problem. I do not dance for money. I dance because it's fun to dance.
And the boy was like happy and they start clapping. Then you roll for your performance.
Yep, I'm going to do just that. 16 for performance.
All right, okay, perfect. Then you dance a bit slightly. And then after that, they were like, they were happy. The old lady was like there, also smiling. At first, she was terrified when you arrived, thinking that you perhaps were like some other clans because maybe like you remove your old crane vestments. You're no longer the crane, but you changed to your dragon clan. And at first, you thought that you wanted the money, because as much most kabukis will require payment. Then she was like happy, and then while you were dancing though, entertaining the young child. Okay, right now, okay, I'm gonna just control this one. He's just gonna move because Black Wolf not in. Okay, now to Kuronai. Okay,
Uh, since
I'm gonna go
being
left to right
the
and
since being the last one, I just simply drag the bandits that we have captured as I walk to the where the old lady is, and I bow my head in respect to her and ask her, Excuse me, Grandma. Do you have to know where the village magister is? I have two bandits that we have captured earlier. I'd like to present them to him.
The old lady like look at you. Oh, uh, no magister here. It's like she asks, and then she like look at you. We do have a village elder. Yeah, I'm just gonna move these two up so I can move put the criminals in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then she actually points at another person at the distance and say, you talk to him over there. So you look to where the lady is pointing. But you're unsure where it is. Roll for your perception.
Okay. Perception.
Then
Mm-hmm.
after that, she actually point to one particular person, which is actually like standing at the other side. It's actually pointing at this man over here. Long, slightly long hair, wearing some sort of peasant's garment, at least blue in color, blue and green, and it seems to be like wearing like some patches on his shirt itself. But it doesn't seem to actually pay attention to you as you arrive, because the young boy did not actually tell the villagers about your coming, and that's it.
Mm.
Okay, do you look at that direction, and then you look at the prisoners behind you, and the old lady was actually surprised, and they asked, "Why are you bringing them here?" She asked you.
Oh, we couldn't just leave them in the wild, and we need them to present them to the proper authorities so they can be properly judged. You have, with your permission, I'd like to ask you to speak to the village elder about this.
Hmm. It's over there. I just pointed. Then you know where to go already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now next to Miromoto. Okay, to next to Hitsumi. Okay, Hitsumi as you arrive. Okay, with the three criminals behind you, you look at Kabu. You look at Doji actually dancing to the young boy, and the boy was like actually happy. And then Kurona actually was asking the old lady where the village elder is. You actually heard all this conversation. So Hitsumi, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I'll have. I think that I'll go and uh, have her go and move to uh, her go on next to them, and then have the others trying to move them along to be at the same.
Okay, you move them along. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You look around the small little village, though. I think you guys may need to roll for insight again, just to get a remembrance of what happened during the last episode regarding the three prisoners and when you bring to this village. Okay. Roll for insight, all four of you.
I mean, I know we already questioned them regarding the merchant, and we need to
Not really.
investigate them, their claims and everything.
Mm, you only answered them. And they answered, that's about it. Okay. Gilgon, Dodgy. Okay. Dodgy. Right. Okay. Alright. Okay. Doji, okay, okay. Miromoto, Hizumi are taking the first roll, okay, which is the 4 and 8.
Yeah.
The 4. Okay, so Doji, this is 17. So Doji, after you finish dancing, then the young boy was happy when you finished. And then he actually said more and more. But as you stop, you turn behind you and you see Miromoto, Hizumi actually dragging the three bandits, tied up, of course, nearer towards the village. But you found out that what can a small village like this do with three criminals? If you were to leave them behind when you do something else, what if the criminals managed to untie themselves and escape? There's nothing that the village could do, and this small village will not have a jail cell other than the two houses that they have, and that's about it. So,
Hmm.
what do you want to do?
Um.
You can talk to Hitsumi about this because she's dragging them by the rope.
Yes. I'm going. I will actually talk to Hitsumi about this.
Okay.
I will say to Hitsumi. So concerning those three that we've brought here, what happens if we leave and they escape?
Uh, that I don't think this village would have the necessary them to keep them, you know, keep them around if they did manage to escape. And that would be very sad to have them escape and then maybe, trying to attack the village here. So I think we should try to keep them with us to, keep an eye on them.
Good idea. So, I would. So, what do we do then? Because I'm not entirely sure how to go about this. I am, after all, only a courtier.
Mm,
Hiromoto, you heard the conversation. Corona, you heard the conversation. And also Gilgon also heard the conversation. Okay, Miromoto, you can actually answer Doji back, then followed by Kurunai, then lastly Gilgon.
Well, I think we should, keep them with us and make sure we bring them to where we're supposed to go, just to keep an eye on them, to make sure everyone here in this village is safe.
Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page then.
mm, we could ask, and she basically points, we could ask for that person over there to help guard the prisoners as we talk to the villagers.
They are villagers. I, I would, judging by the state of the village and how tranquil everything is here, I would be surprised if they had many people who knew how to defend themselves, let alone the village.
No, 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 no. You don't understand. She basically points to where Asho Togashi is. She said, that person.
Ah, of course, our dear friend. we will. We can most definitely, I guess, ask them.
Mm-hmm.
In
Okay.
fact, actually, am I still dancing while I'm talking?
No, no, you stop dancing.
Okay.
The young boy, the grandmother actually just walked. And now she just actually admiring the view.
Ah, okay. Well, since they've stopped dancing, since I've stopped dancing, I'm going to then say, so why not we ask Todashi, and he might be able to help us in that regard.
Agreed. Since he's not gonna do anything for the time being, he should just guard the prisoners as we talk to the villagers and ask them about it. We'll take the
Yes.
prisoners with us once we're basically done. There's a lot more uses for bandits than, than just them being bandits.
All right. Okay, Gilgon, to you.
Gilgon is petting his horse's hair, listening to everybody talk.
You're flipping your hair.
Gilgon would
because
rather
it's
kill these
nervous.
guys than let them. Gilgon would rather kill these guys than let them cause any more trouble. But obviously, we can't just do that, so he's not saying anything.
Yes. Yep. Okay, be reminded that you guys have your honor activated on your character sheet. So there is repercussions when you kill unarmed prisoners. When in front of all these people, of course. And even in front of your fellow companions. Unless you throw a sword to them, Gilgon, and say, defend yourself, fight me.
Oh, I can do that? I'm kidding.
You can. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. But you have to fight them yourself, though.
No interference, no nothing. And by the way, they are literally like barely have any HP, so that's also considered a dishonorable thing, fighting a weak opponent.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna do it. It's okay.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, now what do you guys want to do? One by one first. Kurunai, one action.
Okay, I'll basically like tell everybody. I'm gonna talk to the village elder and see what I can understand from the whole bandit situation and who is this merchant, Tsuchikage. Sai. I just need to know more. I would say talk to Asho and just tell him to guard the prisoners, then you can follow suit, I guess. As she basically makes her way to the village elder. That's my action, and I'll wait next turn before I'm basically, talking to the village elder.
Okay, Hisumi, your turn. One action. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I'll go and talk to the one that's on the other side to get a little bit more, to also get more information.
Okay, move your character token there. And do it for your next turn. Okay, Doji, your turn.
I'm going to approach Togashi, and I'm going to ask him. First off, I'm going to ask the DM if I can have my character token, because I can't seem to select it. I've
Oh
got
yeah, because you
I've
got
got
two character
yeah.
sheet. That's the thing. So I don't know which so I don't know which character sheet am I, because I see two dojis here in my server. Okay, I'm
This
gonna
is
put
one
this
with
one.
the-
Okay, try moving doji.
Yes, I got it. I'm going to move to Togashi and ask if he can guard the prisoners while we're undertaking our negotiations.
He nods. He didn't even hesitate. Hmm. He said, sure.
Okay. Good to know we're all on the same page then.
Okay, but a bit time out here. Black Wolf did say that he wants you to control his character in terms of, traveling out and for combat. So I'm not
Yes.
too sure to telling Black Wolf that, oh, you're on guard duty and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, that's done. All right. Okay, Gilgon, your turn.
I am going to offer to stay with these foolish prisoners and guard them because I do not trust just the one villager to do it.
Okay. All
You
right.
mean you don't trust your companion to do it?
Yeah. You
Oh,
just met-
okay.
Okay, just to put it here, Gilgon just met you guys like a few hours ago, so he have the right to be in alert stage, and he only trusts his own Naga companion.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, so
This man
if
doesn't have a horse to ride on.
yeah, and neither does this village have a horse. Not this village. You have to go to another village. Okay, now going back to Kurunai. Okay, Kurunai, you approach the elder. He was actually sitting on a pile of wood, and he was then looking around. He actually saw you coming in. He got up, he bowed his head, and then, what is the daimyo's Corsia doing here in my humble village? And why are you bringing those people? He points at the three bandits.
Oh, they're just basically 3 bandits that we have intercepted on our way to your village. We'll be taking them with us once we are done here. I wanted to inquire some information about a merchant named Asai Tsuchikage. If you can tell me about him, that is.
All right, roll for your persuasion, DC 10.
Here we go.
Wait. Yeah. And then...
I thought we were searching for Tsunade the Hokage.
Not yet. I think I'm probably gonna make her a Naga with, big rack and so on, so your character will fall in love with her.
Oh
You know?
god.
Oh yeah.
Just don't call her an old lady.
Hey, you may never know. It's like, Paul, I know, right? Gilgon and you guys probably will establish and build Konoha. It's like, and raise Konoha,
Oh,
as a,
that
from a
would be
small village
sick. We
into a
should name
city.
our village Konoha.
Yeah, soon, soon. Okay. Anyways, all right. You asked the village head. His facial expression changed. Then he said, "Asai. Asai was a proud man. He was a merchant, and also he was a former Ronin of the Crane clan. But he was ousted because of a dishonorable act that he did. And now I heard that he's working with the bandits. And I heard stories that he wants to defile shrines of the Nagas for for something. I don't remember what it is. Okay, you can probe further though. You can roll for investigation.
Okay, definitely will do that. Ooh, perfect.
Oh, that's high. Okay. Then you ask, okay, how do you roleplay this? You investigate. You ask him further.
Hmm. Um, as she basically hears this, she's like, sounds like he had a grudge against the Nagas. Can you tell me more? Like, what caused him, or what was the dishonorable act that he did?
He wanted the bandits. He hired the bandits to smash the shrines, the tombs of the Nagas that's been sleeping, that we assume been gone. But he said that he's looking for a charm, the charm called the Ancient Mountains Charm, that's within the mountains here. But there are so many shrines that prays to the Nagas. That's all I remembered.
Hmm. What can you tell me about this mountain charm?
Okay, you need to roll again.
Can I just ask, am I overhearing this conversation?
Okay, all right, that's a good thing. Okay, you already got roll your action. Okay, before going to you, Doji, let's go to Hitsumi first. Okay, Hitsumi, you went over to this man over here. His young daughter, they're looking at you, and then after that, like rushing in, and then looking down, as you actually like talking to the man. The man actually that addressed you, and he bows his head. Master Samurai, how can I help you? He speaks out.
And she'll bow also, and yeah, we have stopped our own these three bandits on the way to where we're going, and they were desecrating the shrine that was back back a ways back where we came, and we are we're wondering if we could know any information on a merchant that used to be a part of another clan.
Okay, roll for your investigation. Okay, 16. Okay, you beat the DC 15. Okay. The man then said, I remember that a certain merchant came here. I overheard him talking, saying that he was looking for some shrine. He paid that young man over there. He points to you, this young man, and the whereabouts of the shrine. And he told them where to find them. But we do not know why this person wanted to find these shrines. This place, that shrine has been erected for even since my great grandfather's time. But we go there to pray to the shrines, of course. We do not know what's why, but we were told to respect it and not to disturb it. But the moment we heard that Asai hired some bandits to smash it, and many more, we dare not we dare not actually confront them. But I see that you managed to bring the bandits to justice. I hope they will be given the right punishment, Master Samurai.
Yeah, they will. And do you think that he was about to have any ill intent with the shrines on the way, and with this, with the one that he was asked to find. Do you think there will be any ill intent to have may of any destroying of any other shrines, so someone else won't be able to use them?
Hmm. Okay, roll for your investigation again. Asai looks. I can tell you from Asai's expression, he was angry at first. He's, he was bandaged up as if that he was stabbed. And he said something came from a shrine and then clawed at his face. He was crazy, I can tell you. That he said that a serpent man came from a shrine and attacked him. Due to this, he vowed to actually destroy as many shrines on the mountains itself before he be happy. That's all I know, Master Samurai. Okay, your action's done. Okay, Izumi, now it's Doji's turn. Okay, Doji, please roll for your perception first.
He's muted.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I muted myself. Sorry, because I had a
It's okay.
I've not been as well as I have been
Are
previously.
you okay, Vishkan? Have you gone to see a doctor? You've been sick for a long time, you know, since last week. Since last week.
It's only coughing. Aside from coughing and phlegm, I'm feeling all right. I know it's not the coronavirus. I am fairly certain I'm okay. If it persists for too long, then by all means, yes, I am going to see a doctor about this.
Yeah, you should. You should.
So,
Yeah.
making a what kind of
Perception
check
check.
did you say?
Perception.
No problem.
Because you
As it
want to
turned out, it was a problem.
It seems that you are coughing in character and in real life. It's like the kabuki. Like but you couldn't hear the conversation. It's like in that Hitsumi and Kurunai were having. But it's your turn. Okay. You already talked to what's his name? You already talked to Togoshi Asho, so now it's what do you want to do?
Okay. I'm going to. It seems that the two Nagas have these prisoners very well secured. With that in mind, I want to go and talk to someone to see if I can learn more about this merchant myself.
Right, okay. Choose an NPC. The young boy, the old lady, this man over here, or the elder, or this man.
Okay. I think I'm going to talk to this old lady here.
Alright. Okay,
And
go
I will
ahead.
use the and flamboyancy aside, I'm going to use the utmost tact in my. So about here. Okay. I will say to this woman, "Konnichiwa."
Konnichiwa, Kabuki-san. She bows to you again. Thank you for entertaining my grandson.
Oh, it is not a problem. Sorry, I'm out of character. I've got a cough again.
It's okay. It's okay. You can roleplay this. Part of your character.
Okay, no, my character doesn't have a cough. It's just me.
Then-
So Doji will say, "I've come here to ask, would you happen to have any merchants in this town?"
We have an incoming and outgoing merchant, she said. But there are many. Who are you referring to?
Well, funny you should mention that. We happen to have taken down a group of bandits who were hired by a merchant from this town. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Roll for your investigation.
Okay, investigation. 12. Could be better, could be worse.
Okay. She said there is a number of merchants that come. Well, there is one particular merchant by the name of Yasui Junichiro. He is a big plump man, very nice. And then another one. He come here the other day. His face was bandaged and bleeding. carrying a cart of some sort, but he was accompanied by two rough men. I know him as I know him as Asashi Tsukenage. Asai Tsukenage.
I see. From what I can gather, this Asashi-san seems somewhat shady. After all, who would go into this quite tranquil and peaceful village, if you don't mind me saying, with guards? It seems like he's waiting to be attacked of some kind. Do you not feel that this might be a bit suspicious?
Then she okay, roll for your persuasion.
I'm not trying to convince her of anything. I'm just thinking it through. But if you wish, a 23 in persuasion. I'm voicing my thoughts. It's like, this is a very peaceful village. It doesn't make sense that someone would come here, surrounded by
If you're thinking your partner, it should be an insight roll, not a persuasive roll.
Okay, well in that case, we'll keep the roll, but we'll
keep the
probably
roll.
just. Okay, sorry.
Okay, right? Thinking to yourself, like,
I'm
it's a
thinking to
peaceful
myself.
village.
So who would come into a very peaceful village with two strong guards? It seems like this person's either expecting an attack or expecting to launch an attack. It
You
seems
keep the
somewhat.
18. Okay, you keep the 18 and wait until Kuronite's turn to your turn. Okay, now Gilgon. Gilgon, you stood there. Aoshi is actually still looking at the prisoners. They're kneeling down, their hands behind their back, their heads down, and one of them then said, "Release us. We will promise we will not do anything anymore. To the shrines, to anything. Please, Master Nagas." And then one of them said, "Shh! Don't out loud. Don't say out loud. The people should never the villagers should never know the Nagas. Otherwise. And then after that, the man is like, "Release us, Master Nagas. We promise to be good boys after this." Okay, Gilgon, what do you want to do?
You have proven your dishonor. There is no reason for me to trust you now.
Yes, because they pissed on your shrine. Like literally. Before you woke up, of course. Okay, Gilgon, what do you want to do?
Oh, I just what I said. I have
okay,
no
I
reason
thought you
to
were to
trust
do an
I'm not
action
gonna
or
release
something.
you. Oh, no, I'm just gonna stand there and watch them. Make sure they
Alright.
don't cause any trouble.
Okay. This one's just putting there, like looking at them, then hissing with the snake tongue coming out from the form. Because you guys can change your forms and stuff like to illusion, but not like here Hitsumi and Doji. Okay, now back to Kuronai again. Okay, Kuronai, to you.
As I basically overheard what the old lady said, I look into Doji and say to him that maybe that's got a connection with why the bandits are destroying, the shrines and working for the merchant aside, because they've been looking for something called the mountain necklace. Something. Excuse me, Grandma, but what do you know about this strange mountain necklace? Is it that special of an item?
Huh? Nani? Mountain necklace, Saka? Huh? Then after that, she said, I don't know of a necklace in the mountains. Is the mountain wearing a necklace? Then she looked up into the mountains. No, I don't see it. Roll for investigation. You need to roll really high because you really don't know. They have to remind her of her mind.
Nope.
She doesn't know. She looked into the mountain.
Exactly. I'm like, I just look into Kabuki and say, do you want to question someone else?
If you wish, perhaps we will learn more about the merchant that way. It has been very informative talking with you. I say to the old lady, and I say, And thank you so much for opening your village to us.
She bows to you. Thank you for performing, and also an assist in capturing the bandits.
Yes.
Thank
It
you
was.
so much. And as I basically move to the other person here, is he like busy doing something?
He's actually there, sitting on the crit and looking at you guys, you and Doji, like talking to the elder and the old woman. Then
As
the
I,
moment you arrived, Kuronai, then he said, "Yeah, what do you want?" That's what he said.
I just simply tell him in a firm tone, I'm assuming you were overhearing the conversation that I had with your elder and the old woman.
You were loud enough to even scare the birds on the trees. Yes.
So, what can you tell me about the merchant, or even the mountain necklace?
Okay, roll for your persuasion.
Okay.
DC 15. Oh, okay. Then after that, then he looks at you and said, "The mountain necklace and the merchant. You're talking about the man that came here with the bandaged eyes, and the two thugs that followed him. Tusekage Asai. Yeah, I know him. He came here asking about the shrines. So I told him the locations of the shrines, the ones that I know of growing up in this village. I can tell you one thing, he was not happy. Then he bought some hammers from us. So we did. So he gave the hammers to those bandits they brought into our village and asked them to go to the shrines and smash them. We do not know why. I do not know why. But he mentioned that he was looking for a particular necklace. He calls it the ancient mountain charm. Better write this down.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Looking at the notes.
Ancient mountain charm.
Okay. Where's the notes section?
The brand new
In other words,
river stone. Brand new river stone. That's what we're looking for.
No, the ancient mountain charm.
Yeah, the brand new river stone. I'm sorry. I'm just being weird.
okay, just to be more specific, it's known as the yes. As I came here, he was looking for the Kodoi no Yama no Miroku in Japanese.
Ancient mountain charm. And she's like,
You wanna be more original? Call it Kodai no Yama Miroku. That's it.
Kodai no Yama no Moriyuki. What can you tell me about this charm?
I do not know. He speaks to you. He was just saying that this shrine carries the Kodai no Yama Miroku. And I was paid to tell him where it is, and that's all. I can tell you where it is for a small little fee, of course. One gold piece which can change my mind.
I just simply tell him, let's see. He like tackles for a bit and look at him. Pretty sure you can go lower than that. Either that, or how about you join us? We could use a
Go for persuasion.
Okay.
DC 20. You want him to lower it, and you also want him to follow him at the same time.
Actually, it's either join us or lower it. Either one of them. But yeah, I'll take that.
You
Lower
have
it
to
and
choose.
join us. Yeah, lower it and join us. But let me just finish the roleplay before I, roll for persuasion. We could use a strong sword like yours. Plus, there's more glory to be have with us than just staying here. If you could. That's now I'm rolling for persuasion. Oh! So close yet so far.
And he said, "No, I would rather stay here with the elders and the grandparents. Because I do not know if the bandits will come and attack the village." and I am the only strong arm they have at this very moment. But if you wanted to tell you what it is, one gold pieces.
Hmm. I look at the
One gold piece is a wage for a samurai.
yeah, it's 1 week. It's 1 week wages. It's what she earns. I look at the direction of Kabuki, and I just with my arm, I'm like, I call him over here so he can listen
Okay,
to
your
what.
actions done.
Yeah.
Your actions done already.
Mhm.
Okay, Hitsumi, your turn.
Yeah. I'll respectfully, you know, bow and tell the two people here that it was yeah, it was a nice talking to them and bow and then I'll walk I'll walk over to Kyoranai and Doji.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You go over to Koronai and Doji. Okay, who do you engage first?
Uh,
Move your token, Miromoto.
and it,
Itsumi,
as
I think is struggling. Oh, tablet unable to let me move.
and usually
I can hear Blaze like struggling to move Hitsumi. I don't know why. Okay, I'm just gonna move Hitsumi over to Doji and Kuronai for you, Blaze. Okay, who do you role play with?
yeah, I'll I'll do I guess I'll go and do roleplay with Kyoranai
All right.
first.
Okay, go ahead. To Kuronai, then after that, then to Doji. Then I go to Gilgon after that.
Uh, Kyoranai, um, so what have you learned from your in your investigation so far? And
Well, I've learned that the bandits are being hired by a merchant named Asai Tsuchikage, who is looking for something called the Ancient Mountain Charm. If you guys, can help pay this strong man up here, he could tell us, even more, like the
No,
actual road.
um,
the young man actually just asked you for one gold piece. Then he'll just give you the information. You know, just
Yeah,
give him that one gold piece.
yeah, and I'm telling them to, help by paying, him.
That means you need to roll for your persuasion on Hitsumi. Like if Hitsumi agrees to give the one gold piece. So now it's like now Kuruna, you need to roll persuasion on Hitsumi's insight versus Hitsumi's insight.
Okay, insight on a DC 30.
Okay, he obviously go against that, but
This is
you
actually
ask.
investigation, not insight.
Oh no, he roll for insight. He
Oh,
roll insight
yeah,
15.
oh, insight 15.
yeah,
I thought. Never mind me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
just
all
ignore
right.
the bottom one.
Okay. Kurona, you actually asked Hitsumi to actually hire the person, even though the man actually asked you to hire him. And now you go to Hitsumi asking Hitsumi, the samurai, to actually hire him instead as a courtier. But Hitsumi, you notice that Kurona is asking you for help. But as a samurai, you're thinking this courtier should have done better. Maybe this courtier should actually should actually sharpen her courtier style instead of being an assassin shinobi that she is. But now Hitsumi, you resisted it. So Kurunai would have to actually talk to the guy and not you. So Hitsumi, what do you want to say? What do you want to do?
I think that it would be best if you followed that you follow us to this
Who are you
this
talking to?
ancient
Are you talking to Kurunai or are you talking to the young man?
uh the man.
Okay. Alright. Roll for your persuasion. DC 20.
Persuasion.
No. Not enough. The 21 would have, though, if you actually used inspiration early on, if you declared it. Okay. The young man looks at you, Itsumi, and then he said, two young, beautiful women asking a man like me to actually join you in your journey looking for this Asai. Sorry. My words stand true. I can't leave the villagers. If you want me to leave them, then it's going to be 2 gold pieces this time. I'm raising the stakes. Who's going to protect them if I'm not here? So now he's asking for 2 gold pieces. Okay, Hisumi, your action's done. Okay, now Doji, your turn.
Okay, so I'm hearing what's going on, if I'm correct.
Yep.
I will approach this man and say, so then 2 gold pieces if you come with us, or
Okay. This is the thing.
I'm
2 gold pieces for him to follow you, lead you to the shrine, and join you to fight Asai and his bunch of thugs. That means he's a hireling already. 2, you just give him 1 gold piece and he will tell you the location of the shrines.
okay. Well, he does raise a good point. Someone needs to stay behind to look after the village if it's attacked in the meantime, and and he knows the village and its people better than anyone. So I'm going to take him up on the first offer. As much as I would love some people to help us, I do think that it would be very necessary for someone to stay behind and look after the rest of them. For this in mind, with this in mind, I'm going to say to this person, so if I give you 1 gold piece, you'll tell us the information we need to know, and 2 gold pieces for you to come with us.
Yes.
Well, I do think someone needs to stay behind to look after the village. With this in mind, 1 gold piece for the information, and I will and I will pull out a gold coin and give it to him.
Okay, you took out 1 gold piece and pass it to him, and he looks at it. He pocketed it, and then after that, then he tells you where the shrine is. Like on top of the mountain pass, passing the forest itself, you will see a shrine to a fox spirit. Follow the sign of the fox spirit. They will lead you up further towards the mountain, and there you will see a particular shrine that is dedicated solely to one of the Nagas. Now you look at it, you follow the direction. Okay. You have now unlocked the location to the Naga shrine. Naga shrines, in other words. But that information is to you, Doji, and also to Hitsumi, and also
To me.
to Kurunai. Okay. Right.
Okay. Once we're all gathered in the same place, I will share that information.
Okay. Alright. Okay, still 1 more action to you, Doji. What you want to do? You can still roleplay with Kurunai and Hitsumi at the same time.
Still 1 action to me.
Yep, 1 action left.
Okay. Then I want to ask him one more thing, which is there anything in particular that we should know about this person?
Asai? Okay, then you need to roll for investigation.
Okay. Not rolling well today, am I?
They said Asai is one thing. He is a nice merchant. until whatever happened to him caused him to be like that. But if you can speak to him, maybe he could change his views of his rampage towards these shrines. I would hate to see more shrines being smashed by hammers. It took our forefathers centuries to build it, only to see it gone after that. But one thing that struck me though, after the destruction of the shrines, green, something greenish and gooish, a green colored ooze start flowing out from the shrine upon smashing it. I don't know why. Okay, roll for insights. 3 of you.
Rolling inside. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exactly the same roll, but with a different bonus.
Ooh.
3 separate insight rolls from Gilgon. Got it. 1, 2, 3. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, Kurunai. Okay, you know that Gilgon and Aoshi is Nagas. Maybe after smashing the shrine when the creatures was asleep, they were killed immediately. Maybe that's the reason why it was actually oozing green and greenish in color. Maybe it's their blood. But you're unsure though. You need to investigate this further. But okay. But Doji, you don't know what's going on. It's like, okay, he told you that the shrines were smashed, but that's about it. But you don't really understand. The only thing you know right now is the whereabouts of that shrine and about Ashi. It's like us. And whether you can actually talk to him and whether you can actually change his mindset or why he's actually like doing it. But now going back to you, Gilgon. Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm so sorry. There's not a whole lot for me to do. I'm gonna stand guard over these guys and make sure that they don't cause trouble. I didn't want them to hurt the
They're not
village.
gonna do
Like
it.
you had made it a very big point that if they got out and they wanted to cause trouble, it would destroy the entire village. So my guy's like, no, not happening.
Okay, all right.
Like his bow is out at the ready. Like he's not playing around.
Not
Okay, the
taking
guy,
chances.
the bandits again kneeling on the floor, Gilgon, like looking at you. One of them, and said, "It's like, please let us go. We will be nice. We will not do anything." And then after that, then the next one, please, I have wives and kids. My children, they must be crying, looking for me. I promise not to be a bad guy anymore. And then after that, this other person and said, please, 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 please. It's like, I have a cat, I have a dog, and if I'm gone, they will most likely kill themselves. Okay, I'm rolling for persuasion on all 3 of them against you, Gilgon. Roll for your insight check 3 times.
Can I? I don't think I have anything that will change that.
You have advantage because of your other Naga friend. So I'm rolling for him to give you advantage on his insight.
15,
15,
12,
12, and 22.
Okay, right. You pass. The DC is very low for you. Okay, they're obviously lying when they look at you. It's like they're
They're
like
all okay.
with the 22. You saw one of them saying like, "My wife and my kids still waiting for me," and he was smiling at the same time. His eyes looking at you. It's like he's like whispering, "Okay, if he lowers his guard, we're gonna jump him. Okay, and we're gonna leave this place and run off immediately." But you notice it.
You shall stay here and face the justice of this village.
Damn it. Our ploy doesn't work. That's what the bandits actually say. Let's try again the next round. Okay. Okay. That's what they said.
Oh god, another munchies.
All right. Okay, next, Kuranai to you. The 1 gold piece was given to the young man. Apparently, when you look at him, based on your insight, he's actually a Ronin.
Mm.
You can see like a bandage tied on his family crest, but you can't see the family crest perfectly though. But you know he's a Ronin, and he's just here, but he doesn't have a family. Maybe that's the reason why maybe he's covering his family emblem, and this is the only home he knows.
Okay, I know what to say to him. I just
Okay.
simply, while looking at him, the emblem, which is obviously covered, and obviously the sword, I just say this to him. Who was the last daimyo you served, if you don't mind me asking? Since you obviously covering your family emblem.
He looks at you. Then after that, he eyes you sharply. Okay, roll for persuasion, DC 20.
Ah, no! It's better on
Okay,
persuasion
he
too.
got he got agitated and say, "I already given you what you want, woman. Stay away from me, otherwise. But I already given your friend the whereabouts of the shrine. The three of you now can go and leave me be to protect the people of this village. And I hope that you can stop Asai and his bunch of bandits. But thank you for your time." He bows his head. "And now I shall take my own time." Then he got up from the crate and he walks off.
Mhm.
Okay.
I look into all three of them and say, to the two of them and say, we've got what we wanted. Now we know name, location, and the purpose. So let's go back to Ashel and his friend and let them know of our progress and see if they can know more. Plus, I need to ask them something about the green stuff that can appear from a shrine that is dedicated to a Naga.
Okay.
Because I have a
I'm
strong
go-
suspicions that that's Naga blood, but without adequate evidence, it's only conjecture.
Okay. I want to ask the two of them. By the way, did you happen to learn anything about this merchant that I didn't?
She tell you everything that she basically, discovered from the elder of the village.
Including that this and forgive me if I'm wrong, but did I overhear that the merchant was originally of the Crane clan?
Mm,
Yes.
Yeah, Hitsumi can answer that.
Yeah. Did
Yes.
Hitsumi but Hitsumi you were you told that this merchant was originally of the Crane clan?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Okay.
something must
Would
have
I
agitated the merchant in
given
order
that
for him.
I given given that I used to be of the Crane clan, would I happen to recognize that name?
Do you know how many Asais are there? Okay, you need to roll for inside DC 20.
Yeah, okay. DC 20 inside. It's gonna be a long shot, but okay, that's an 11. I'm not entirely because there are many Asais who are merchants. I'm not entirely certain. But
There could be Asais that are just normal guards, or even a peddler, or maybe even a blacksmith. But they could be, but they could name could be Asai Tsubaki, something something, and so on. But then again, you were young. When you first came to the clan as a bat, then you learn the way of the courtier. You learn the way of the kabuki ways, and then after that, then you were never more into like mingling with the crowd. You were more there to actually do diplomatically and so on. But you don't know any of these asais.
okay, so so it seems in. I still my thought pattern goes basically that if the if this is the work of a rogue, if this is a work of an ex-Crane clan, this is definitely not the sort of behavior associated with the Crane.
The penalty for destroying or desecrating a shrine in any territory is usually death.
Right.
If we can have him change his ways and do perhaps, well, I'm not sure if the Dragon Clan does community service or if they just go straight to capital, but
Depends on the severity of his crime, but knowing the daimyo, he'll be issuing severe ruling against him. May not be death, but it could be something even much worse than death, like child labor for
But,
life.
but based on your insight, Doji, he could be a doji, he could be a kakita or a daidoji or a asahina. Maybe he was one of those clans, but maybe something happened.
like something happened
If
to
you
me.
roll high enough, if you're high enough, you have bonus against him, like on your persuasion check. But too bad your insight is 11.
Okay.
So let's get back to our friend. Let's get back to the two people we met earlier and see if we can, understand some stuff from them as well. She basically
Yes.
says this as she walks back to our Naga companion.
Okay.
Waiting for you,
I actually wanted
Kabuki.
to give you.
Oh, of course.
I
Sorry.
actually wanted to give Kurunai a dishonor point in talking to the Ronin because you make one super very big mistake when talking to him
Yeah,
for Kurunai.
yeah,
You know what? Do you know what is your mistake? Do you know what is your mistake?
calling him out on his and asking like his lord
Nope.
and everything. Okay, what was my mistake
Nope.
then?
You never bothered to even ask for his name. That is
Oh
very
no,
arrogant for a
yeah,
courtier.
yeah, exactly. My bad, my bad. But I basically treat like since he never introduced himself. That's why like she never introduced herself. But it is my fault for not introducing myself. Nevertheless, it is actually my fault.
Anyways, okay. Now you all three like went down. Okay, Gilgon, straight to you. You saw Kurunai, Doji, and Hitsumi actually coming back. Okay, what you wanna do?
I sheath my arrow, but I keep my bow out.
Okay.
So,
My bow is laid out across my illusionary horse's mane.
so this is what we know so far. Asai Tsukikage is looking for something called the Ancient Mountain Charm. And
Do I know anything about this ancient mountain's charm? Was it a new river stone when I was a kid?
Ancient Mountain Charm. Okay, you need to roll for your Arcana.
Arcana.
Oh,
19.
almost there. Almost touching 1 point to DC 20. Okay, okay. This is roughly what you know, though, because it's almost touching 20. So you heard of a charm like this before. All the charms are mostly put on shrines, and what you know is these charms are well mystical. You call it in nature, but there are so many shrines, and not all shrines have a charm. Some charms are just like a charm, but some charms are powered by the mystical energies itself. So that's all you know. So you have doubt that maybe you heard about the amulet, but it could just be a name, and that's about it to you. Like, okay, they just call the shrine the amulet of the mountains, for example.
Gotcha. Alright.
Okay, you can roleplay this.
So you found what he's looking for. What else?
well, we know that he was a disgraced merchant for some reason. Then he went on this rampaging of desecrating and destroying other Naga-based shrines here in the local area, but looking for that necklace. Unknown reason though. One of the villagers, a former Ronin, did say that if we can able to persuade him to, stop his rampaging ways, we might be able to reason with him and not straight go for capital punishment. Other than that, they do say that every time a shrine dedicated to a Naga is desecrated, green ooze would seep out of the shrine itself. Which makes me
Okay,
wonder.
Gilgon roll for insight DC 10.
Nat 1 inbound. Ah, it was a 5.
Okay, green ooze. You're unsure. That's all you know. Green ooze after the shrines were destroyed. You're unsure. You're not too sure
Clearly, a
what to
Vulcan
make
was
of it.
there.
So,
Okay, right.
this is what basically we have discovered so far. Did any of those three attempted anything on you?
They were surprisingly well mannered.
Kabuki, would it be
Yes.
possible to would it be possible to, get those three over there to, change the error of their ways and follow us? We're gonna need all the help that we can get, but I know it's a long stretch.
I do not wish to travel with shrine destroyers.
Well, that would ultimately depend if I'm successful, but I'll certainly give it a try if I'm allowed to.
You
Please,
can give it a try.
please, go right ahead.
Okay then, I will try.
My eyes slit, but my illusionary horse steps to the side.
Okay.
I don't like this.
I'm going to say to them, so, this is obviously not the greatest of circumstances for you, but I believe that there is definitely a way out. Here is how things can turn out. If you choose to remain our prisoners and remain, I guess you could say stuck in your ways, although I personally don't like that term. If that happens, then Mirumoto Domo will most definitely have you... Well, let's just say he'll give you a punishment that will be not desirable for any of us. Alternatively, you can choose to walk the path of relative righteousness, change your ways, regain your lost honor, and follow us. You can still indulge in all of your violent fantasies if you wish, but considering that you will only be indulging such fantasies on the dishonored, and those who can no longer gain honor, then rather than being dishonored yourselves, you will regain your honor in that method. So what do you say?
They look at each other. Then the middle one look at each other left and right. Then the third one like looking at each other. You promise to give us a lodging and like a place to live?
While I cannot
Gildon
guarantee...
spits on the ground. I'm sorry.
What I will say is... I will do the absolute best I can to make sure you get lodging and a place to live.
You promise to protect us if our other boss were to see us working with you, to promise to protect us from being killed?
You need not worry about that. We can easily handle ourselves, and as such we can easily protect those under us. Or alongside us.
This is your honor.
On my honor, I will do the best I can to make sure you are protected and cared for.
All right. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, Kabuki, is, you open up your character sheet next to short rest and long rest. You see other resources, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can put there in other resources. You type there honor.
Yes. My
Okay. Your
my
off-
aim is to... by no means am I trying to encourage dishonor, but I hate to see people who could potentially regain their honor forsake it due to stubbornness or along those lines. I want to help people. That is genuinely the core of who Kabuki is. He wants to help people.
All right. You put your honor there. We're using honor system. It can go to a +1, -1. It can be a +2, -2, and so on. You do dishonorable stuff, you get negative. You do more honorable stuff, you get a plus. So when you roll for your honor on your character sheet, for example, if I want to roll on this random character sheet right now, you get honor 19, and based on the negative or the pluses, so it will either increase or decrease. for example. And then now I want you to roll for your persuasion check. I might need to advise you to use your inspiration so you have advantage.
Almost definitely.
Actually, I'll give him aid. I'll aid him in
Okay.
that.
Only one person can aid, so you better roll. So what are you gonna role play then? It's like before you roll for your aid, another,
Oh.
which is your persuasion.
I just simply say to them, joining us, you'll be able not only to regain your honor, but you'll finally be able to gain some glory. Glory fighting for righteous cause. People will look at you, they will no longer fear you, but respect you, and hail you as protectors of the land. Do that, and you'll see what a true meaning of the word glory. But it's up to you in the end. This is what I
Okay,
say to them.
Hitsumi. Do you wanna add up to that or you just stay quiet?
Uh, uh, I'll, I'll just stay. I'll just stay
Stay quiet.
quiet.
Alright, okay. Gilgon, how about you? You wanna oppose what they said or just stay quiet?
It's better than the death I'd offer you.
Alright,
And that was
okay.
supposed to be
Okay.
an intimidation assistance.
Alright. Okay. Intimidation, you're going against Kurunai's
No.
persuasion. So if you
Not trying to go against.
So-
I'm trying to intimidate them into accepting it. If that makes
no.
sense.
If you intimidate them, you are not giving a bonus, you're giving a negative. So I want you to
Okay,
roll
then-
intimidation.
Okay.
So I want you to roll intimidation. If you pass, you give a negative. Okay, Kurunai, I want you to roll for your persuasion.
Okay. Oh, fire!
All right, then. Gilgon is gonna have negative.
Oh,
Okay, Gilgon. Okay, Gilgon. Okay, no, not Gilgon. I mean, sorry. Doji is going to have disadvantage. Okay, Doji,
Well,
roll for your persuasion skill with disadvantage because of what Gilgon said to the three of them.
you can use
Well,
your
I'm-
inspiration for this one, definitely.
Yep, I'm still using
No.
inspiration to neutralize it.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. 20 it is. Okay,
I will say,
Gilgon
I
intimidated
am going-
the tree.
I'm going to say to the to Gilgon, I'm going to say about Gilgon, please keep in mind that while a lot of us do not believe in regaining honor, I do, and this is why I'm giving you this choice now.
Okay.
I'm genuine in this. I want to help them regain their honor.
Okay. The DC was 20. Okay, Doji. The DC
Oh,
was 20. to
That means I met the
convince
DC
them.
exactly.
Yep. Okay, this is what you get. You get 1 honor point and you get 1 hero point. Go to your character sheet, go to your settings, click on hero points.
Okay.
It's in the cogwheel, right above piety. Hero points. And I just enabled my hero point. Let
Okay,
me just erase.
Okay, so that's a honor 1. So and hero points are in the same other resources.
No. The hero points, if you want to enable the option, you see the cogwheel near the word spell?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, hero points on.
Yep,
Got
hero
it.
points, and just turn it to 1. And this here is, in the chat, is how to use hero point. You can gain advantage
okay.
on attacks, ability checks, ability
Okay.
saves, and
I'm kind of in shock that I made it, but I'll take it. I'm definitely taking this one.
And now you have
Okay.
3 honorable recruits.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, and I'm going to
They
say
they look at you, and 3 of them actually cried. They're like, "No, thank you, but and then we're still terrified of that man over there, though. But yeah, but at least he could be there to protect us. But
yes,
we will
I'm-
work for you. We will work for you." They're like, what shall we call you? Sir.
Apologies, I haven't given you my name. and I will say, and I will say in habit, whenever I announce my name, it's in courtly Rokugani. So I'm gonna have to repeat myself in regular Rokugani. In courtly, I say Sessa Kabuki Tomusu. Sessa being a archaic first person pronoun, literally meaning this foolish. So this club, what was it? This foolish one. But what I'm saying is, I am called Kabuki. If I don't understand courtly Rokugani, though, I will have to Actually, no, I know they don't speak courtly Rokugani because of what happened last session, so I will say, sorry, force of habit. My name is Kabuki.
And then they bow their head. Arigato gozaimashita, Kabuki-sama. Then, and then after that, then they look. Are you going to release us? They bow to you, though. They are your hirelings.
Yes,
Mhm.
of course. I'm going to, I'm going to, I'm going to cut them free for their from their bondings.
You
I
cut them free
I feel like
from
if
their bonding.
I feel like if they, I believe they're serious about wishing to regain their honor, and if they are, then they've definitely earned this.
Then they were like happy. Then they got up, but they're bruised and still injured, though. They did the cuts and so on.
Okay.
But after that, though, okay, hey, Kurenai, you notice that the bandits, okay, you killed a number of the bandits, of course. So these bandits is still terrified of you because you got a net 2, net 1, and they're still terrified of Hitsumi and also Gilgon.
Mhm.
And I think they're automatically scared of also Togashi Asho.
Yep. I just simply
So,
look at Kabuki and say, we should get going so that we can try
okay.
and reach Asai's location as fast as possible. But we
The
may
only
need,
person that can give them orders is only Doji.
Okay.
yeah, which is why I'm talking to him.
Okay.
We may need to camp though halfway through. They look bruised and injured, so they need to heal as much as possible.
Oh, definitely. Well, don't worry. We'll be able to help you with that.
Mm-hmm. In that case, let's get going. Lead the way, Mr. Kabuki.
So you guys want to camp outside. Okay. Roll for insight, everyone. Okay. Hitsumi and Gilgon, roll for insight.
Sorry, was that?
Okay. All right, Gilgon. It's you heard what Kurunai said. Go to the wilderness and camp and rest. Why do that? I mean, you can just simply go and ask the villagers to rest and stay at their place instead. Okay, Gilgon, to you.
Well, in my mind, we're trying to cut down the travel time, and this village is kind of small. It's not like they have a lot of space or a lot of resources. So us staying here with, 7 people would probably be a drain on them. 8 people? 8 people? We
Mhm.
probably should just go out and camp.
Yep, you can do that also.
So yeah, I'm definitely saying we'll now we'll need to buy camping supplies. But I assume then, if we make the way, I'm going to actually ask the leader of the, well, I don't want to call them bandits anymore. What do I call them now?
Okay.
Recruits. If
Now,
you want to.
okay, you need to ask them this question yourself right now.
Okay,
So, what's your name? You should be asking them. They're not going to be called Bandit A, Bandit B, and okay, they're not going to be called Loyalist A, Loyalist B, Loyalist C,
yeah,
which I can.
I'm asking. I'm just not sure. They're not bandits, but I don't know what to call them. I was
Okay,
asking because I want to.
let me put here Doji follower A.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not looking to call them like follower A, B, and C. I'm looking to find out their names. I just don't
Real
know what.
names.
I just don't
Okay.
know what to call them besides bandits so far. So I'm
Okay.
going to
Yeah,
ask,
like when we are referring to them as a group, what should we refer to them as?
refer to them as our...
Okay. I'm actually giving them names now, but I'm still calling them Doji follower with their name.
Okay,
Okay. Before you actually ask them what's
um,
their name. Okay, let me give them their
I will
names.
ask, so I'm going to ask them, so pardon me, but I've forgotten something very important. What are your names?
Okay. Then one of them actually introduced himself, and after that, he said, Doji-sama, watashi name wa Yanagita Shun. And then after that, then followed by him, Akahoshi Dai. And then after that, Takahara Mamoru. I'm actually looking for actual images for them, no longer looking like these guys. So after they freshen up, clean up, and so on, yeah, they're gonna look different.
Okay. Alright then.
Unless, of course, they survive.
Okay then. I'm going. Then, just to check, do we have camping supplies with us? We're going to
Nope.
do a little bit of journeying and we don't want to... We're going to do quite a bit of journeying and we don't want us to get tired.
Okay. This one you need to role play with the other players to see whether they actually have any supplies on their character sheets.
That's what I am asking them. Do we have any supplies for traveling?
Well, sadly, I only packed a regular traveler clothing and everything. Never a tent or anything. So I may have to even purchase some camping supplies.
I have my calligraphy set. That will help, won't it?
I'm going to say it looks like what we're going to need is a fair amount of say bedrolls and other things that will help us in terms of surviving during the journey on a matter of say not starving to death or freezing to death or exploration things, and I will admit I'm not as good at that.
And
We may need
I don't.
several small tents. 8 tents to be exactly.
Yes. I do have a fishing kit, so I could go and fish for food when I'm traveling. So,
So we're in agreement. We're gonna need a total of 8 small-sized tents. How about me and Gilgon go to the villagers and ask if they are selling any small tents, and see for how much we can procure them.
Okay, very well then. We will have to gather in terms of food and water as well, but
While we are gone, the river should be here where we are should have plenty of fish. Maybe you guys can fish while we are procuring the necessary goods and that we're gonna need to camp. That way the weight doesn't have to be, without anything.
okay. Sorry. So I'm going to, I assume then, I'm going to go to the village and ask if we can buy from them, or if they know somewhere we can buy some small camping tents.
I'll be coming with you. So I'm just waiting for you to move your token.
Oh, of course. So I'm going to move up to about here again. I'm going to ask these people, I'm going to ask the old woman again. Pardon me, madam, but we've come all this way. We've talked for a while, and I still don't think I've asked for your name.
Then she like look. Oh, call me Akio. That's what she said.
Okay. Call me Akio. Okay.
No, I mean she said call me Akio. Her name is Akio.
Akio. Got it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I
Akio.
misheard. So
Not call me call me Akio. Oh my god. Okay, that's a good name also. Call me Kome Akio. Call me Akio.
Okay. And judging by Japanese naming conventions, Akio is the given name, so that's why I'm calling her anyway. So Akio, in terms of our journey, we will be needing to gather supplies such as tents. Would your village happen to sell those?
Well, we don't. The merchant would come and sell us the necessary items that we need. But we are not a village that sell anything. But maybe we can put our items and sell it to you. And once the other merchant come, we will buy from him again.
What say
Meaning
you,
that
Kurenai?
they don't have a shop, they don't sell, they buy from the traveling merchant,
Ah, yes.
and they can give them theirs. And after once the merchant arrive, they'll just buy it back again with the money that you give them.
Okay. Well, I guess and so my thought is, if that's the case, to compensate for them having to lose out on some tents, I'm going to pay 1.5 times as much as what they would buy for the tents.
Hmm. Okay. You actually asked them for that though. Okay. Then Akio then asked the people, the village, to see if they can actually give some of the tents. So they're a big family. So they get ready five of it, of course, for you. And then after that, then after they look at it, then calculate like how much it is, then they actually charge you because it's not that expensive for a simple little tent for them. So after calculating, it is okay. That depends on if you have the money. The money here is copper piece, silver piece, gold piece, zenny, bu, and koku. So when they give you the tent, it was already one gold piece.
Okay. That would mean that 1 gold piece for 1 tent.
In other words, right, the 5 tents are 2 silver pieces. So total is only 1 GP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is
Five,
already the
five.
total.
Yeah, the total for 5. 2 silver piece for 1 tent. One simple little tent.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
see.
not really a much of a tent. They give you the roll out bedroll, the bedroll, and then after that to tie it up, and that's about it. They're giving you bedrolls.
Okay. Well, it is still better than not having anything at all, and I'm very appreciative of this. So I'm going to. So yes, I'm going to. I'm going to pay them. I'm going to because they're going without until the merchant comes. I will give them 1 gold piece and 5 silver pieces for these bedrolls.
Later on tonight, when Gilgon hears about this, he's going to give you 1 gold piece. If you could add that to your sheet now, so that way I don't have to remember later.
Okay. So that would technically mean all I would lose is 5 silver pieces.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, thank you.
It's okay.
Okay, that's your part already. You're done. Okay, Hitsumi, what do you want to do? While Doji is buying camping stuff.
Mm. One- Well, I guess I could, be like more like close to here and practice, with my like fishing kit. So I'll be, so I can get better at it. Hopefully, be better at it when we're on our travel. To practice with my fishing kit.
All right. Okay, practice with your fishing kit. All right. Okay. Okay, Kurunai, what do you want to do?
I just simply, you know, help him carry the tents and the bedrolls back, and yeah, just wait until we basically leave.
Okay. All right. After sleeping in the wilderness, of course, for that night, and of course, Hitsumi fishing at the river. Okay, Hitsumi, you can see all those nice, beautiful fishes, those swimming around. Okay, roll for your survival skill. You managed to get yourself a really nice fat koi. And where is my RPG music when you manage to get a fish? Stuff like that. And you're like happy lifting it up. No. It's like if you play Stardew Valley or any of these RPG games where they go fishing, they have that significant music that when you manage to catch a fish, like the Pokemon game or something. Stuff like that's it. Not that, and then you put that fish, you cook it for the night, and you put it under the fire, and everybody like enjoyed it. Even the three bandits, the former bandits, of course, but now they are Doji's followers. Okay, if Doji managed to persuade another 7 more to join him, Doji have his own small little squad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If he gets just 2 more, that's officially a squadron commander.
Yeah. Then you have to question to the daimyo, like, who are these people and stuff. Okay. Then they have to pay the money because they want a job stuff. It's okay.
Mhm.
But now back to the village again. Okay. After the night of rest, though, you all actually woke up, crossed the bridge again, and then the prisoners were just there, like looking around, unsure what to do next. But one of the prisoners actually confined to you, Doji, during the night at the camp. But the prisoner, Akoishi Dai, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna show you and reveal their names here before I give them proper image for our session next week, so you guys will know who is who, instead of tongue twisting and unable to pronounce their names properly. All right. One of them actually told you, Doji, during that night, after that full night of rest, he said that the bandit camp, Doji-sama, the bandit camp is further up towards the bridge. But the bridge itself is protected by a Ronin samurai. And he is actually leading the other bandits. And he was the one that taught us how to use a blade. Of course, not as skilled as he, but he is the one that was hired by Asashi to protect the merchant cart, and also leading the others to actually smash the shrines itself at the mountains. We can lead you there, but we can confront them directly, Doji-sama. Or we could sneak to the ruins itself and catch them off guard. It is your choice, Doji-sama.
I would prefer to not use violence wherever possible. Perhaps we could hatch a ploy to sneak us into the bandit camp. Unless, of course, if you want us to go into the bandit camp, if you want us to avoid it, then we can easily do that as well.
Discretion.
Yeah.
Is
It is your choice. They are asking you for your choice. You're not telling them to do it. They are
Okay.
telling you, Doji, because you are their boss. You as the boss, you cannot tell your subordinate what you think they should do.
No. My thing is, if they want to do something, like, I'll listen to their input as much as they'll listen to mine. This is not just me being a bossy boots here. I genuinely don't want to just be a bossy boots in terms of this.
Doji Kabuki, undercover boss.
So for this reason, I'm going to I'm going to ask them. I I will take your counsel on this. You know these bandits better than anyone else. Better than any of us. What do you think they would react best to? In terms of, do you think? I'm stuttering a little bit, but what I'm effectively trying to say is, would we be able to negotiate passage with the bandits, or would we have to sneak our way around to avoid a fight?
They put three of them like look at you like, we have never asked this question before. Every time when we try to speak our mind, we got slapped in the face by our boss. But now you are asking us, this is a really difficult decision. Please give us a while, Daoji-sama, let we discuss this. Okay, while they were discussing, okay, Kurunai, what do you want to do?
I just say this to Kabuki. Discretion is the better part of valor. I say we should, sneak our way inside, perhaps even persuade the other bandits to join us. The more we have on our side, the lesser a side have, the more we'll have persuasive powers over him. If reason perseveres, then it's pretty much an easy way to finish the whole thing without so much as an ounce of blood spilled any further than it already have been done.
Okay, that's,
While I most definitely.
That's Hitsumi. Okay, you roleplay with Kurunai, then it's Hitsumi's turn after that.
Okay. So, what he's saying is, so from what I can gather, he says that discretion would be preferred. So, does this mean he would prefer to sneak around the bandit camp?
Actually, she basically, you either sneak through the camp or around it, or even just sneak as much as you could, enough to basically, convince the others to join you.
Okay, so avoid. So what we're saying is avoid confrontation by not being noticed.
Yeah, exactly. And avoid conflict altogether by trying to remain as democratic as persuasive as you are. She took a very strong notice of your leadership skill with these three, and so she believes that you may be able to do the same with the others.
Okay, Doji, are you just gonna take one advice from Kurunai, or are you gonna want to ask Hitsumi, Gil, and Gilgon?
I will take advice. I will take advice from everyone, and then I will make a decision based on my own personal preference, the advice of my followers and my peers.
No pressure, Viscount. So if you wanna take that leadership role, you better start learning this time.
I prefer to walk beside rather than ahead, if that makes sense.
I know.
Lead by example. Another honor point.
No, honor point don't give like that. Not yet, of course.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, Doji. Okay, Doji, I'm waiting for you to roleplay with Hitsumi.
Okay, I will say to Hitsumi, so how would you go about this? Should we fight our way through the bandit camp? Should we sneak our way around it? Should we negotiate passage? What say you?
Okay, Hitsumi, you don't need to roll for insight for this. Sneaking past is a dishonorable samurai way. You will never sneak to an enemy. You will confront them. Either through interaction or the blade. That's all. You don't sneak. Sneak is a cowardly way. Yeah, you failed. You completely do not want to sneak. So you have to roleplay accordingly, Hitsumi. That is dishonorable as a samurai. The moment you actually agree to sneak, you will have -1 honor point.
Well, I think we should do. Let's do through the bandit camp to diplomacy. Through diplomacy.
I see. So rather than So rather than using stealth to go through, we use negotiation, and I guess I can see the logic in your argument. Yes. So the negotiation tactic seems to be working. Most of what I've heard seems to be in favor of the negotiation. I'm going to ask the two. I'm going to ask Gilgon and Togash and Asho. Well, I'm going to ask Gilgon because Asho's player isn't here.
Asho is
What
gonna
his-
nod to you immediately. Like, he's gonna, okay, give a thumbs up. That's all.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Gilgon. So how would you go about getting around the bandit camp? Kurenai said votes to, so Kurenai has said to use stealth to go around. Hitsumi says to use negotiation. What say you?
I shall stand behind you for I shall stand behind you for the chance that negotiation fails.
I see. So you're also in favor of negotiation then? I will keep this in mind when I make my decision. I'm used to being I'm used to being an advisor, not a leader. This is really weird for me.
Get used to it. Then after that, one of them actually walks over to you, Doji. We have come to our decision, Doji-sama. Yana Gita Shun looks at you and said, we decide to actually confront them, run on and talk to them to see if we can switch their side, like how you managed to switch ours. If you promise to give us the shelter that we need, a place that we can call a home, and a place for us to raise our family, then they will gladly follow you, Doji-sama.
I see. So then, I believe we are almost unanimous in our decision. We will negotiate our way through this. Kurenai, I understand you were the only one who preferred not to use negotiation, or at least that is what you told me.
Hey,
Are you okay with using negotiation to get us through this?
whatever method that can get us, into our goal at the end, I'm perfectly in an agreement of it. Negotiation will be our way in, so we have to use it.
Yes. Very well then. Let it be done. Now, I'm going to say... Now, if I remember correctly, Dai was the leader of the bandits based on their previous tokens.
Yeah, the guy in the middle was the leader, basically. Shoot.
No, that is Nagashita Shun. It is Die.
Okay,
Oh,
Dai, yes.
my bad.
Okay, so Akahoji Dai. So I'm going to say to Dai, so Dai, perchance you could use your status as a member of the bandits, since you have not forsworn them that they know of. Perhaps you could use that to get us in, so that we may begin negotiation in that manner.
The moment I fell in battle against you and your people, Doji-sama, I apologize, of course. But the moment I fell, they will disrespect me as a leader, as the one that trained me, and the others will be the one that will take command. But be wary of the samurai. He will ask for a challenge, Doji-sama. Do you believe that you can challenge him? A duel to the death to take over. The followers will follow those that are strong in the blade. But apologies, Doji-sama. You are not samurai.
I am not samurai, that is true. I am not as skilled with the blade as many others. However, I do happen to know one who is, and I look knowingly towards Hitsumi for this. I will say to Hitsumi, if the samurai in this bandit camp challenges us to a duel to the death between one and another, Would you be able to take him up on this? I do know that you are a samurai among us. Pardon. I, I,
Well, if that becomes the decision of this new leader, then I'll gladly take that challenge.
very well then. It is decided. Very well then.
Mm-hmm. Let's head to the mountains then.
Okay. All right. Then the three of them, they look at you, Doji-sama. Doji-sama, we'll lead you to the mountains, but be careful. Then you all actually head straight towards the mountains itself, where they actually bring you to their particular hideout for them to actually reveal where they actually are. Of course, the three of them actually led you, but the moment you all arrive, all of you roll for perception.
Okay, rolling.
The map hasn't changed. But yeah.
I know, roll for perception first.
Oh, okay. Nope. I got a 9.
Okay, alright, okay, Gilgon heard it, okay. Doji, Kabuki, okay, didn't hear it, Mirror, okay, Hitsumi, you heard it. You heard the sound of screaming. The sound of screaming and the sound of also crying, apparently that of a child and also of that of a woman screaming, asking to get out of the house, and you hear a man, like rough voice, that said, "If you don't tell us where it is, we'll kill him and drop him into the river." And that's the moment you all actually arrive at that particular scene. Then when you look down, you see a man, rugged man, holding a child towards the river, a small hatchet axe on his right hand, his left holding the shirt, trying to throw the young child into the river itself. The scream of a woman inside the house, like banging on the door. "Please don't let my child die. Please, oh, please. They do not know where it is." And then the man, two men on the bridge was like laughing. "Just let the child go. He doesn't know where the shrine is. Besides, we will just take over this place. And we'll just take the body and the goods. Our leader told us to do so. Let's do it." Okay.
Okay.
The three of your followers, Doji, like I said, "Doji-sama, those are the people that followed us, but somehow they look so different. What should we do, Doji-sama?" That's the three followers actually ask you.
Well, I am actually seeing this man threaten this child. This seemed. I'm no samurai, but this screams of dishonor.
Punish the one.
They are bandits. They are bandits, Doji-sama. There are no dishonor in all of them.
Kabuki, punish one for the mistake of the many. Punish the man who holds the child's hostage, and we can get the other two to stand in line.
Very well.
Okay, that's okay. Doji, what you wanna do before going to the others?
Okay. I'm going to say. I'm going to say to them. I'm going to say to my followers, Shun, Dai, and Mamoru. If I am I think I can handle myself. But I will call to you if I am in trouble. Will you promise to come and aid me?
Okay. Then just not. Just call for us, Doji-sama. They will run to you. Okay. And that's your action.
I'm
okay.
not.
Okay,
I'm
still
I'm
okay.
I'm
Hello.
trying to say it. Sorry, I was trying to say that in a way that did not force them to come unless they wished. But if they wish to
Mhm.
come, then they will come. That's all I'm
Mhm.
asking.
Yep.
So
Your
with this,
followers, right? If your followers drop to 0 HP, they are permanently dead.
okay, I will. I I will be the one to. I will be the one to
Take responsibility.
I'll be the one to take responsibility. And if they and I do not believe that
Uh,
they will be put in a situation where they. I will try and gain their. I will try and be the one to garner the attention of the bandits.
yep.
I
And that is where your sanity check will come in. Sanity.
okay.
Seeing a death of civilians, seeing the death of followers, seeing gruesome things, and so on, monsters that you've never seen before, all under the sanity check.
Understood. In this case,
Okay,
I'm
now
going
that's your you give. Okay, what you want to do?
I'm going to go. I'm going to I'm going to. I'm not walk, not run, but somewhere in between to the riverbank, and I will say to this ruffian, "Why do you threaten that
Are
child?
you
They did nothing to you."
okay? Okay, I thought you want to wait for the others to see what they want to do first before you rush in.
Okay. I
For me,
I
I'll just actually go to behind this rigid here, behind this like tree here, and go full stealth mode. So let me
I'm
just change into
sorry.
my
My
battle
I'm
attire.
my conscience is the my conscience is thinking before my brain is.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice that a
Okay,
lot with Kabuki.
And I
all
got a
right.
and I got a 24 on stealth. So yeah.
24. I see you. I see a 9.
Oh, I rolled with advantage since I'm behind a tree.
Okay, there's no advantage actually, unless I say so.
Oh, okay, my bad,
Okay.
my bad.
Mhm. All right, Hitsumi, how about you?
I'll have Hisumi would be over to where Doji is, uh, and then say to to the one that's holding the child, uh, this is very dishonorable, and,
Okay.
and this is not right.
Okay. I'm
On, put the child down now.
Okay, all right. Before that, okay, Gilgon, to you.
I'm gonna. My horse trots forward slowly, unbothered by the situation, as I pull
Your
out my
illusionary
bow.
horse.
Yep, my illusionary horse. As I pull out my bow and my arrow, just
All right.
notch it to the string, and don't draw it. Just notch it.
Okay. All right. Now, now I'm gonna go for you guys that actually talk to. Okay, Hitsumi. Okay, you can choose to roll for intimidation or persuasion since it's both charisma. Same with you, Doji.
okay. I'm in this. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll intimidation. I'm going to try and okay. So it's a 17. I'm basically. I'm basically saying, why threaten a defenseless person who never did anything to harm you? That is essentially what I'm saying in my in what I say to this ruffian.
And I'll also do intimidation.
Okay, roll for it.
Yep. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Doji. and Mirumoto. The man looked up from the cliff and he was holding the child on his left hand, the axe on his right. He was actually about to actually swing at his neck. The woman inside the house was still screaming, please don't do anything. Please don't do anything. It didn't do you no harm. But the two on the bridge actually like saw this. And then this person said, it's them. They're here. He warned us about them. Drop the child. We retreat now. When he mentioned these people, okay, which is you, okay, those that's actually nearby, okay. Roll for insight. Okay, everybody roll for insight, except for Black Wolf character.
Okay, rolling inside.
DC 10. Doji failed. Kurone
I'm not
passed.
sure.
Gilman passed. Okay. Hitsumi passed. Okay, Hitsumi, the moment the bandit actually mentioned, he mentioned us about them, which is you. He was actually referring to the bandit that escaped, that ran away, like yesterday. And they were actually expecting all of you to actually arrive. And this is where Yanagita shoot and said, the betrayer! He screams out, how dare he! And then after that, then die and he speaks out, once I get my hands on him, he better be sorry. Then the other bandit said at the end, this person, okay, immediately drops the child upon being intimidated, and the child falls into the flowing water. And then,
Oh, crap. Okay,
Can I jump
okay,
in?
roll for, okay, wait first. Roll for initiative.
okay, rolling initiative. Oh, it's up there.
Okay, I just want to check if the previous initiative is still there from last session, because I don't want it to overlap. Because you guys won't be able to see your initiative.
No, it is not.
Well, we wouldn't see it.
Mm.
He would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
looking at it.
on. I don't think it would be. Oh, hopefully not. Because technically I'm going
Okay,
first.
I'm looking at you guys' character sheet. Okay, the numbers is listed there. Let me roll for mine. Okay, for now, these guys are known as Bandit A, Bandit B, and Bandit C. Unless Roji do something. Turn 1. Now, okay, it's still listed there as Zila Carissa, yeah? So once, I think before next session, I'll change it to the actual character sheet, the one with the honor and sanity. Okay, Zila, you are first. You got 23.18. Then after that is Bandit A.
Okay.
Okay, the
With
child fall into the
when
water. You only have a total of one, two rounds before he falls into the waterfall.
and that all. Hmm,
Okay, what do you want to do, Hitsumi?
hmm.
Okay.
Well, upon seeing him getting dropped into the water, I'll go and jump in and try to you know, jump in after like to save him.
Okay, you jump
I'll,
in. Now you have to roll for your athletics check. Okay, the cliff is roughly about 35 feet high when you jump into the water. Okay, just roll for your athletic skill. If it's low, you get fall damage. Well, too bad it's
You want
not
to
a
use your
crit.
inspiration to get the second result?
Yeah, if you use inspiration, you dive like a Olympics diver.
Yep. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say yeah. Use your
I'll use
inspiration.
that. Yeah. Yeah. I'll use that. Yeah.
Okay. You, the moment that young boy was thrown into the water, you saw that one, like Hitsumi. You quickly jumped down, paid no heed to you, even to your own safety, roughly about 30 to 40 feet height. And you almost hit the rocks below you. You dive, but you cannot swim to him yet. This is not your turn. You just dive. Okay, next is Bandit A. Bandit A runs away and is out of combat. Okay, Gilgon, your turn.
All right, can I target body parts in this game?
Yes, you can.
All right,
But you
I'm
have
going
a
to.
disadvantage, that's all.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the edge of this cliff here. I'm gonna target the guy who dropped the kid. I want to shoot his main hand, his right hand.
Alright, the one holding the axe.
Yeah. We're gonna go. That doesn't help. You get 0 temporary points you gain. Are we in dim light or darkness?
You are bright light. The sun is all the way up.
I am in direct sunlight.
Sunlight,
Okay, so I
yep.
can't use any of my powers. Sad face. 24 to hit.
Wow, even with disadvantage. Okay, you hit. You hit his hand. Top, not his palm though, but his like below the palm area. Your arrow struck through, and he dropped his axe. Like then he was holding his hand like ah, like screaming, but his axe is now in the water, and that's it. Now now when he run, he's gonna run, and that's it.
Okay.
And then Kuronai, your turn.
I basically
You're far away.
Yeah, I basically move right about here, and at this bandit, I want to I'll toss one of my shuriken at basically to prevent him of movement at his leg, so that we can capture him and interrogate him. And here is my shuriken. 17.
Okay, you hit him. Okay, you hit him squarely on the chest for 6 damage.
Yep, I don't want him to move, that's all.
Okay, all right. That's almost down. Okay, Doji, your turn.
Okay, my turn. I can immediately. So I see the axe. It's fallen into the river where the child used to be.
Yeah, and the child is flowing down the river.
Right, the child is floating down the river. If if the axe catches up to the child, that could be a problem.
Now
So
the
I'm
axe
going.
fell into the river. It cannot do anything to the child. It sinks. That's it.
Oh,
It sinks into the river.
axe will sink. The child won't. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. I actually don't see. Actually, I see one way, but I'm not sure how it will. I'm not sure how this is going to work. But
Zila's
not-
next turn, she'll be able to catch up with him.
Mhm.
She's
Okay.
basically first, so you can
Unless
actually-
unless Zila's athletic skill is a 1. Yeah, then no.
Yeah, exactly. You can
Okay.
actually at least capture the bandit himself.
Actually, the problem with Zila later on is both Zila and the child will fall underneath the waterfall if nobody saved them with a rope.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay, so I changed my shape during a rest, not as any sort of action. So I'm going to see. Well, I'm not sure how exactly I will be able to help because I can't turn into my bat form to fly around.
Can I use my reaction?
Okay.
Can I use my reaction to talk?
Reaction is a free action.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Talking is a free action.
I'm gonna turn to Kabuki and shout, "Tie a rope to my arrow!"
Okay. I think it will be an interact action to pull out the rope
I don't have rope.
You don't
Do
have
I
rope
have
in your inventory?
I'm not built for adventuring. I'm a courtier.
Yeah. You're a
I
diplomat.
don't have rope either. We have rope on the bedrolls. The bedrolls are tied with rope. He specifically stated that.
Yep.
Okay then. With
Movement
no
action to
option
take
left,
the rope out, then it's going to be your simple action to tie it up. Usually, like a long time ago, it's actually more towards uh another movement action. Then last time it used to be a skill.
Okay. So I'm going to. So I'm go. I'm only hoping that I'll be able to get I'll be able to get the rope back because we need it for the bedrolls. So, but for the time being, I'm going to take the rope. I'm going to quickly take the rope from the bedrolls and tie it to Gilgon's arrow.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's done. You can't move, but you can still do another action.
Okay.
The bandit needs capturing.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure what I can do because the bandit's on the other side of the river. I can't, and I'm not without my movement action, I can't make it to the other side.
Don't you have any ranged attacks?
I do actually have I have a hunting bow.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to hurt the bandit any more than he is because he's already taken a longbow to the hand I think the wrist.
Yeah, the wrist.
You can declare it as non-lethal damage, as in you're not damaging to kill him, but to subdue him.
I'm okay then. I'm going to declare non-lethal damage and try and shoot him in the leg area so as to avoid any injury. I think I'm thinking that at least one of us will be able to know medicine so that we can stabilize his wounds. So I'm going to pull out my hunting bow and I'm going to attempt to shoot him in the foot.
Okay. All right. In the foot. Okay. Disadvantage.
Okay.
Height.
Right, I'm the medicine guy in Call of Cthulhu. Never mind.
Bring him in. Calling Dr. Lucas. He teleports. Yes.
Okay, that's 1 and 6. 22. That's not a hit, is it?
No, that's not. 6 is not. Okay.
Okay,
Six
a
is
shame,
not.
but at least I tried something.
All right. Bandit. He saw you trying to shoot his foot. He's looking at his hand. It's bleeding. And like, I cannot. Wait for me. He runs. Okay, that's 40 feet. That's it. Okay, Bandit B. I'm not gonna stay around. Okay, out of combat. Turn 2. Okay, Zil. Okay, Hitsumi, roll for your athletic. The boy is flowing down. Oh, only 15 feet.
Yep, you're actually right next to him, right here. That's 15.
You could probably grab onto him with. You could probably grab onto him with one hand, and the riverbank with the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, just grab onto the child and keep yourself afloat. I'm gonna shoot you in the back.
Oh god.
Okay. roll for athletic to grab the child because the water is really rapid. It's not very rapidly, but it's flowing down, and the boy is struggling to swim. Okay, you managed to grab the boy though. You managed to grab the boy. It's with you, but you're still flowing. So you need to wait for your next action. Okay, Gilgon, your turn.
I shoot Zilla in the back with the rope arrow.
It's
All right. Okay. You need to roll for damage just in
It's
case.
very, you have a very coldly practical outlook on things, don't you?
Right.
Incredibly
Okay.
practical.
Itsumi, I think it's way beyond your HP. Okay, roll for Constitution save to stay awake.
Can I declare non-lethal before I shoot?
You can declare
I'm
non
shooting my ally. I
No,
definitely don't want to kill.
No, you can actually. It is already non-lethal because you
No,
never.
but it's
Okay.
beyond his HP. No.
Oh,
it's
I have to declare
it's-
lethality.
Yeah.
You can declare non-lethal, but only problem is it's beyond his HP of what's your HP, Itsumi?
10.
10. Okay, you don't have
Oh, come on! Not everybody has 13 HP like me.
For samurai, you
Hey,
only
a
have
better
10.
idea.
Okay.
Why not shoot the? Why not shoot like the riverbank so that
You don't actually aiming at him. Just declare that you shoot at the riverbank so he can just grab it. That way you avoid
Because this way he
damage
doesn't have to grab it. This way he doesn't have to grab it. We can pull him to safety right now.
well, you can see how that's going for us.
Yeah, exactly. You do know
Okay.
with this he's technically unconscious and he basically let go of the boy, so you did more harm than actually good in this case.
I did
Just-
not expect him.
Just
I did not expect a
basically-
non-lethal bow shot to be able to knock him unconscious,
Okay,
and I didn't expect to roll
wait,
nearly max
wait,
damage. Oh, I didn't expect to roll max damage.
Wait, reiterate that you're shooting the riverbank as the closest point to him, so he can just grab the rope and that's it. That way we can avoid the damage and the whole thing.
Can I do that?
And the death of a boy and losing honor points.
Exactly. You can do that. Just declare you're shooting as close as you can to him, so he can just grab the rope. Can you declare it?
Okay. Okay.
Can I do that?
I just want to ask Izard. Do you want to shoot Hitsumi? She falls unconscious. She let go of the boy. The boy
I do
falls
not
into
want to kill my ally. I did not at any point in time expect my longbow to be able to kill my ally. So no, I do not want to kill my ally.
All right. Or shoot the riverbank, and then hopefully later on he'll be able to grab it with acrobatics. So do you shoot the riverbank? That's what I'm asking.
Just declare you're shooting the riverbank.
Yes. Yes, the thing that does not kill my ally that I said that I want to do 3 or 4 times already.
All right. Yeah, because I want you to declare it. It's like because I'm actually waiting for an answer. Because originally you declared that you shoot her, which is actually beyond her HP. So fell unconscious. Okay, so you did.
I
Shoot
shoot
at
the
the
riverbank
riverbank.
instead of murdering my ally.
All right. Okay. Okay. Then you did that. Now, Hitsumi, you didn't lose 12 HP. Okay. So you're still grabbing the boy, but you did see an arrow actually fly towards and hit the side of the rocks itself. And you better hope that you're actually able to grab it. Okay, now, Kuronai, your turn.
I'll have even much more safer way to do the saving since I do have something that can actually help. I move to here, I pull out my chain sickle and using the chain because it has reach, I wrap him and the boy. He just needs to fail. I just need you to automatically fail. Just declare you fail so I can wrap you because it's a DC 15 strength check. Strength or dexterity. If you can declare you auto fail.
What are you trying to do?
Wrap him with the chain of my chain sickle. Wrap him and the
How
boy
long
with the
is
chains.
how long is your chain sickle in length?
It
The
has
cliff
reach.
is about 40. Reach is only 10 feet.
Isn't it? Because I don't know how high this place is. I just assumed it's 10 feet.
No, you think it's 10 feet? No, I already said earlier on, the cliff is down up to 30
Oh,
to
okay.
40 feet.
Oh,
No
okay.
way your chain sickle will be able to reach that far. It's impossible.
Oh, okay. I'll just extend my hand and hopefully he'll be able to grab it along with the rope. That's
Your
all,
hand
that's,
is-
that's all I could.
Your hand is like what, 30 feet long? Nope, it's not. Okay. Alright.
I'll just ready action to grab him and the boy.
It's impossible. You cannot ready action to try to grab him and the boy. The only thing he could do is just to grab the rope and that's it, so that he doesn't flow down. That's the only thing you could do. And then after that, try to pull him up, maybe not. So you may have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Doji, your turn.
Enemy is escaping. Shoot him to subdue.
Okay. Okay. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to say to my followers, to the bottom of the falls. We have to make sure that if they fall, they still live. This is me planning for the worst.
Okay.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst, expect somewhere in between. So I'm
We already rushed towards the bridge, going to the other end.
okay.
Okay. Then Bandit C automatically escape. Alright. Okay. Now it's round 3. Okay, Hitsumi. Roll for your acrobatics check to grab the rope. Don't get a net 1. Okay, you managed to do so. You quickly grab the rope and then holding the child together with you and with the rope itself. Okay, now with Gilgon and Doji and Kurunai helping to pull the rope up. Okay, roll for your strength. Okay, I don't know who's gonna roll for the strength check. Whoever is the strongest in the group better do it, which is either Doji, Gilgon, or Kurunai.
Okay.
I have just a strength of 10.
As do I.
That leaves you, Gilgan.
Gul'dan's a 16.
Okay, you roll.
Okay.
Mhm.
And even though I'm not as strong, I would still like to lend my aid to this.
Alright. Okay. You pull
After
up.
all, two hands can still 2 hands is better. 2 sets of hands is better than one, right?
Okay. You pull up the young boy together with Hitsumi. So now, after pulling up, it's already a new round. Okay. Play the new round. And these people run here. And that's it. Okay. That's just 15 feet up. Okay, Gilgon, roll for strength again. With advantage. Okay, 18. Okay, that's another 15 feet. And now they're up. Drenched, wet, and then the others already went down into the houses area to see what's going on. And they actually help to open the door and to reveal a young woman asking, is her brother all right? And she's like looking around. She saw the young brother on top of the cliff itself, waving at the sister, and the young brother like saying, "One-chan, I'm okay. I'm safe." Then she was happy. Then after that, the younger brother actually went down from the other side of the bridge and then to beat the sister. Now let me remove this.
Okay.
And then after that, Doji, your followers were there scouting and looking around just in case if there's any bandits. While
I'm
the sister and the younger brother actually thank all of you for saving her and the brother. But the sister actually looked at Hitsumi because Hitsumi was the one that jumped in, and the sister, thank you, Hitsumi. It's like, and she said, thank you, Master Samurai. My brother told me what happened. You jumped in and saved him, and she bowed many, many times. I don't have anything to give you, and no money. The only thing I can give is these fishes. She gave you roughly about 5 to 6 dried fish that is edibly food. It's considered as dry rations. And the younger brother actually like thank Kurunai and Gilgon and also Doji and thank you. We don't have anything, the boy said, but we have our thanks. Okay. And because of that, okay,
Okay.
okay, and because of that, all right. all of you receive honor points again. Honor points can go up and down depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So far it's 1 for 1,
Mhm.
is it? Yep.
Now, Doji have 2 now,
Yeah,
so the rest of you
yeah.
have 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
hmm And as long for hero points, okay, Hitsumi, you have 1 hero point.
So
Hero
turn
points
the
here is
hero points on, then put
yeah,
one.
hero points. Yeah, turn on hero points, then put 1. The maximum hero points you can have in a game or in a campaign is 5. Let me show you what you can do with 5 hero points if you guys ever reach 5 hero points.
So one. Um,
Okay. That is the use of 5 hero points, which you can declare. If you have 5, you tell me, Herb, I use 5 hero points. Then you either take an additional turn or regain the use of an ability, like any of your abilities that requires like a long rest and so on. Okay, but anyways, the young woman actually thanked all of you, and then after that she said, the bandits came here asking for the whereabouts of the shrine, a shrine that my late father uh, told us a long time ago. The ancient mountain charm of the shrine, the exact location of the actual shrine. But I do not know. I never go up the mountains, and I never did. But Doji, you have every single whereabouts of every single shrine within the lands of the Dragonclan. But they are far and wide and in between. So this bandits is looking for the exact location of the shrine where the charm itself is well hidden. Then after that, then the lady, then this young woman and said, if you need help or if you need a place to stay, you can rest at my place, at our place. But this is still roughly almost within the afternoon when you arrive at the bridge. Unless you all want to have a short rest, you can then continue, or continue up the mountains itself and follow the former bandits. And then the followers just stayed quiet though. They're actually waiting for first Hitsumi. What is your decision?
and oh, and my decision that we keep on following them to find find where they're going, and hopefully to stop them from desecrating any more of these shrines on the way.
Okay. All right. Okay, Doji, to you.
Okay. I would personally. I'm not the sort of person who would turn down hospitality in this way. I'm going to. I my vote is to take a short rest at these people's home. If they'll invite us, of course. I assume that is what they're offering.
Yeah, of course. She was offering for you to actually rest at her place before you move
Yes,
on.
I was. And I don't really like to, and I'm not sure if it's dishonorable, but I'm not the sort of person who would reject hospitality. So I'm
No, it's not
going to.
dishonorable. It's not dishonorable.
Okay. If it was an ancient Greek setting, it would be dishonorable. I'm getting confused. I'm not going. But I'm still not going to turn down hospitality. This woman wants to be kind to us, and who are we to deny that? So I'm going to. So my vote is that we take a short rest. Along. We take a short rest at her house.
Okay.
Um.
All right. Anything else?
I would like to ask. I want to I want to say to her, it has been such a pleasure, and I would say, pardon me. What is your name?
Wow. Finally, somebody that actually asked immediately for a person's name. Okay. Oe Kiri, she said.
Okay. well, it, uh, well, but if it were
And
up to,
this
if
is
it
my
was,
younger brother, Oe Kanan.
I see.
Okay.
Um,
In terms of certain languages around the world, Kiri means left, Kanan means right. So I am her left, he is my right.
okay. so, so I'm going to say to them, well, it has been such a pleasure. Um,
Miss Kiri.
Kiri-san.
Kiri. Yeah, Kiri.
Oh, just
Okay.
so, so I'm just sorry. I'm looking up Japanese honorifics so that I know what to
Remember though, I'm building up to the point where these people that you save all the way through every adventure, for them to start staying in your village once you start raising it up. So this is what I'm
Okay,
actually building for you guys.
so so it was Kiri and Kanan, right?
Hmm. Yep, Kiri and Kanan. Kanan, like Star Wars, like Star Wars, Kanan.
Okay. So I'm going to so I'm going to say so Kiri-san and Kanan-chan, it has been such a pleasure. If it were solely up to me, I would very much love to accept your hospitality. However, it is not solely up to me. We are we are one and many. So so it will come down to what the others wish.
Okay. All right. Okay, Gilgon, your turn.
Oh goodness. We're just deciding whether or not we're gonna stay with them, right?
Either to stay or to leave. Okay, now it's in the afternoon. You can stay for within 1 hour and head straight towards the mountain forest itself, or just stay and rest.
I would prefer to get heading towards wherever this guy's little ancient mountain
Yeah,
charm is.
Mm-hmm.
you can actually see the blood on the road actually leading up towards the mountain due to the arrow on the man's wrist. He's bleeding to death. In other words,
Oh, he's still running from us?
Yep.
yep,
I would rather head out right now, right
Oh
away.
yeah,
We need to
definitely.
go. We shouldn't even be sitting here
Mhm.
talking. We should be going.
yeah. Then you need to role play this and tell the that Kiri and Kanan about their hospitality, and you need to tell Doji that role play accordingly.
I appreciate the offer, but our quarry is currently fleeing. We must head out as soon as possible. We do not have time to wait.
I agree. He's bleeding and he will directly lead us to where his friends are. If we delay here, we'll actually be giving them time to prepare an ambush. If we follow suit, we'll be able to reach them long before they even prepare anything, thus making the fight much easier.
Okay, Hitsumi. Lastly, to you.
It's, this was definitely a very great honor, but I'm agreeing with my other companion mates. I think it'll be wise for us to follow the this adversary to where he is going. The we are greatly honored of your offer of having us stay, but we politely decline that your offer.
Miss Kiri-chan, that look, uh, I understand. But once you manage to dispose of them, please come back and we will prepare a feast for you. A feast of fishes, if anything.
Hey,
Then they bowed. Then they left to their house, and then they waved goodbye to all of you. And then after that, the young boy said, "It's like, be careful." He waves. And then after that, then Oikanan walks over to you and try to pull your tunic, Gilgon, but his hand somehow go through your cloak because he wanted to pull your tunic. And he looks at you surprised.
Um, did you did you need something, little one?
And then he looked surprised. So he's trying to touch your tunic, and he got up. Oh no, I wanted to grab your hand to say thank you. He wanted to shake your hand.
I'll reach my hand out to him.
Hmm.
You are quite welcome.
Hmm. He shakes your hand, and after that, he looks up at you. I like the way you shoot the man's wrist when he drop you. Maybe after you come back, you can teach me how to use that bow. He points at your bow.
I pull out a hunting bow from underneath my cloak and hand him the hunting bow, which is smaller than my longbow.
Hmm. Yes. You gave him that, and he was so happy. And then he points it at his sister, and the sister just like look at her and look at you and smiled. And then the sister was like bow her head to you, but didn't say a word. When she's quiet and didn't say a word, meaning that she was actually very happy that you and Setsumi and the others managed to save her brother. And because of your honesty, you have 1 hero point, Gilgon. You never felt so good. It's like, is this how it felt to be a warm-blooded? You tell yourself because you're cold-blooded. Okay. Then after that, you all left. Mamoru and Dai look at all of you. The mountains itself is filled with the forest. Okay. And this, we can confront them directly. Doji-sama, Gilgon-sama, Hoshi-sama, Kuronai-sama. Or we could actually hide in the forest itself and wait to strike. What is your decision? Okay, this is a decision, a party decision. Okay, Kuronai, one action to you.
She just simply say, "Let's ambush them. Right now, they'll expect us to, to confront them head on. If we ambush them, we can subdue them without so much as killing any one of them, unless we have to, that is."
Okay. Hitsumi-sama, your turn. Decision, I want action.
Um, hmm. I'm trying to think kind of like more of like the samurai kind of way, kind of think of that. It'll be these the decisions will be either like dishonorable or not. It's, uh, I would think I would probably go for the go at them like head on at like the head on.
All right, you're gonna meet them head on. Okay. Doji, one action.
Okay.
Because the next situation is going to be either combat or non-combat.
Okay. well, my suggestion is that we try and solve it peacefully if we can. So we'll make our presence known, but we will not, but we will not go with violent intent until it is absolutely called for. That's my suggestion.
All right. Okay, Gilgon, lastly to you.
I concur with Doji Kabuki-sama.
Your heart started to feel warm and you listen to Doji. Maybe after centuries of sleeping, maybe it's time for a different thing. Because when you were born last time, you together with Aoshi, it was a time of war. It was a time of bloodshed. Togashi, Asho, and you have seen war. And this time it's different. Maybe Doji will probably change your mind like as you slowly adventure with him. But now I'm going to that scene right now. Okay, before you guys can do anything, this is what you see. The bandit, one of the bandit that have an arrow on his wrist, was running. Uh, Hokusai! Hokusai! Help! Help, Help, Hokusai! I... Whoa, what happened to my roll 20? Okay. And he falls on the floor. I need medicine, Hokusai! But a large man looking at his subordinate and then said, "You got pricked by an arrow, and yet you run here, asking for us to give you potions that can heal your wounds." He slapped the bandit C on the floor, and bandit like slide. "What? I'm dying, Hokusai." And Hokusai then said, "Then you better be dead. Tell me what happened." "They came to us, They came. They cutting we could do. And then, uh, you need to help him, Hokusai. You can't let our brother die." He laughed. "Death will be a welcoming part for him. Besides, the more he's dead, the more money for me. Isn't that right, Asai Tusekage?" Asai Tsunekage, a man with a bandage on his hand, a scar, forehead. He seems to be wearing the garb of the Crane clan. And he stood there, looking at the bandits. Then he speak in a very soft voice. "You do what you need to do, Hokusai. But remember, you are to smash whatever shrine that you see, whatever shrine that you find. And if you were to see the charm, bring it to me. But I'm not here to stand at your side when they come. I cannot face another crane, even though if he's working with the Dragonclan. You follow me. You are paid to protect me, samurai." Then the samurai actually turned to Asai. "I am only here because you paid me to. But I heard another samurai is with them, Asai Tsusekage. But if I were to face this samurai, you are not to interfere. But I will follow you because you asked me to, and that is my honor as a Ronin." Then Asai and this other person, they walk off slowly. You can see them as they walk off into the distance and then disappeared. But as you arrive though, then Dai actually rush in. Takara Mamoru came in, and then Dai then speaks out. "Hokusai!" Dai actually said, "Let my men go! They do not do anything to you." And then Hokusai then said, "You that have been beaten by a female? Huh, you were not even able to fight her squarely, and yet you come to me demanding? You are nothing but a fallen warrior, Dai." And then after that, the bandits then whispered, like, "Let's die. Let's die. Let's die here." And Hokusai speaks out, "If three of you want to live and be paid handsomely, then you will die and fight for me. We shall stop them in their tracks." And then after that, okay, Kuronai to you. When you want to do one action.
Since I basically heard him saying, unless they wanna live, they better die by him, I just simply say to them, did you hear that? He's actually sacrificing you.
They can't see you. They will be
Oh,
like looking, "Who's that?
oh, okay.
Who's talking?"
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Okay.
yeah.
You need to go in front.
Oh,
In front. Not really, really
oh,
in
okay.
front.
I'll just stay here, stand here, in between the two men, and just say to them, do you hear that? He's actually sacrificing your life Not his. Not even offering to fight by your side. He's actually saying to you that you should die and not him. As for him, he'll just probably run away and leaving you all to die here. So why don't you do what your friends did here and regain that missing honor of yours? Join
Roll for
us.
persuasion with disadvantage. Roll for persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. And is here. Oh man, I wanted like
The
15,
big man,
15.
Hokusai said, "If you want to talk respect to me, woman," he'll shout at you. He points at you. "Then you stand right in front of me and speak, not
Uh,
cowering behind my former man."
why would I do that when I can,
Roll,
talk the other way?
roll for honor. Roll for honor. Honor save.
On a safe 6.
Okay, you receive what -1 honor.
Mm-hmm. I just simply like shrug off and I look into everybody. Well, looks like they've chosen their
Your
fate.
your actions done.
Mm-hmm.
Your actions done. Okay, Hitsumi, your turn. Blaze, your turn.
Yeah. Yep. What should I do? I'll.
You can walk in front and attempt to challenge the boss.
No, the boss is not samurai. He's not honorable. He will not accept Hitsumi's fight. Even Hitsumi knows that.
Yeah, I'll walk over to. I'll walk in front of these guys and pretty much tell them that he does not fight honorably. So, and you guys have shown to have redeemed yourselves, and that I say you guys fight with honor. You three
Okay.
fight with
First,
honor.
all right. First, roll for your honor skill with a plus with the bonus that you have from your honor. Just roll honor with a +1 or -1 if you have negative. Oh yeah, I
Say what?
forgot. You don't have that character sheet ready yet. I have to prepare it for you.
No.
Okay.
He can use the new Zilla character. He just needs to roll on it.
Yeah, I'm in the new one there. I'm putting in the. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, honor
I was
save. It's
typing.
yeah, honor save. It's in your saving throws. There's
Yep.
two things that you see, honor and sanity. Okay. There's
The-
like 5.
Yeah, with a plus
The
one
man
with a plus one that you have from saving the boy, that's a 6, sadly. Unless it's
yeah,
a
roll for your
17.
persuasion. Roll your persuasion. Okay, because you guys
Yep.
are slowly building up your honor.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Persuasion, no bonus. Because your honor roll too low. If your honor rolls high, you get a bonus. Roll for your persuasion, Isumi.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Then the bandits is like, "We got no choice, Samurai-san. If we do not fight, Hokusai will take away our family. He would murder our loved ones." Then they slowly turn. They turn to Hokusai like scared, unable to do anything. But you managed to actually sway their loyalty. Okay, Sumi, you're done. Okay, Doji, you saw this. The bandits' loyalty is slowly being swayed because of Hitsumi. Okay, Doji, it's your turn. Is Viscount in or is he muted?
Viscount. Viscount, you're muted.
Oh, yes, sorry. I'm muted. Anyway, I don't have I can't access my character token. So
Is it?
but anyway, I want to move 2 spaces ahead of Die. Um so that I'm
Basically here.
yeah, I want to move there. And I'm going to say I'm going to say, Boku-san, I'm calling you out now. You are a poor example of a leader, and I shall prove it. These people do not deserve to have a dishonorable mentor such as yourself. If we challenge you to combat right now, I doubt you would even stand to fight. You would run away and leave the rest to die. This
Okay.
is me basically calling him out for being a dishonorable leader, and that they don't
Alright.
deserve to be led by him.
Okay. Roll for your honor first. I want to see if you pass. If you pass, you get a bonus.
Okay.
Bonus on top of your bonus.
Yay!
Okay. I don't think you even need to roll anything.
I'm really going into my Doji Courtier mode because you know what happens when Doji Courtiers reach high levels?
Okay. But this is what happened though, before you explain to the others. Hokusai, the last man. What's a kabuki? Kabuki challenging me? You dare challenge me? How dare you? And then after that, okay, roll for your persuasion with advantage on
Oh,
the
nice.
bandits.
Okay.
Okay. Bandits
Okay,
see fell unconscious though. He lost so
Okay.
much blood.
Okay. He's on. I'm going to. Okay, rolling it with advantage. I'm going to say, I am more than just a kabuki performer. I am a courtier of the Doji family.
That'll be 14.
Then okay, then the
Is that
bandits
with
then
the honor
say,
bonus?
Hokusai, are you if you are indeed strong, then we will die for you, Hokusai. But he is challenging you to a fight. Then Hokusai then actually took out his cudgel, and then after he slams it on the floor, and then he turns. Then I want to challenge your most powerful warrior. What is your name if you are challenging me?
I believe that would be me.
Yes, Gilgon. Okay, now lastly it's your turn.
Uh,
You can still
Gilgon
change.
drops.
You guys
Gilgon
can still
drops his
change his
illusion.
side. Even though he was willing to fight to the death, you guys can still change him.
Gilgon drops his illusion
Just
and switches
momentarily.
back to a Naga as he slithers up in front of Kabuki. I
Moment you
shall
change,
take your
the
challenge.
the moment you change right into the Naga, you shock everyone here. Everyone, the bandits, everyone. When you turn immediately, okay, roll for your intimidation. Okay, first roll for your honor.
I don't have that button, so I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Okay, just roll d20. If you have bonus, use that bonus.
I don't have any bonus.
Okay,
13.
all right, 13. Okay, then roll for your intimidation with advantage.
21.
The moment you turn, Hokusai was shocked. He dropped his cudgel. The bandits were surprised. Doji, the other three bandits that between Kurenai, suddenly start kneeling and putting their heads on the dirt together with the two bandits. And then the bandits, one of this bandit look at you, Gilgon, and then he said, Naga, Naga-sama, Naga, he screams out, save my brother. My brother's dying. The one that you shot, of course.
These three behind me destroyed my shrine, and now they stand beside me.
Okay.
If you
I'm
wish
gonna
to
I'm gonna
fight,
let
you
you guys
shall.
control also Togashi Asho. So Togashi Asho also turned to a Naga
Ah?
and joined.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna let Viscount maybe roleplay a bit. Okay, Gilgon you first, then
I'm
Viscount.
not
I'll let you
entirely
roleplay
sure
this one
how.
time. Just
I'm
roleplay, just simply wing it. Just wing it later. Just
okay.
wing it. Just follow through with what Gilgon roleplay. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, Gilgon, to you.
Should you surrender, you shall be given the same treatment.
Not
And and Togashi, Blaze, I really hope I'm getting your character right. I'm going to say, not all of us desire destruction and vengeance. We are willing to have you, if you will have us.
Okay. Roll for your persuasion, Togashi, with advantage.
Okay.
Hokusai, after he raised his cudgel, asking for a challenger, and that's the moment Gilgon changed into the Naga. But after that, Hokusai quickly kneeled on the floor and put his head on the dirt. I do apologize, Lord Naga. We didn't mean to. We were asked to do so. We were paid to do so. I will, we will, we will repay what we have done to you. And 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 then, but he couldn't say a word. Of course, I wanted to raise his head, but he didn't dare to.
Okay.
But Bandit A, okay, no name yet. Bandit A is asking you, Gilgon, save my brother, Lord Nagas. But he's actually asking the Nagas. In other words, only Gilgon and Togashi can go to Bandit C and heal him.
Okay. So Togashi. So
Which, if you have a spell, you can use a spell. If not, just roll your medicine check.
Okay.
I don't have anything for
Okay.
healing, so I'm hoping Togashi does.
Togashi. Togashi doesn't have proficiency in medicine, but he does. But he does have a bonus from his wisdom, so that's counts for something, I guess.
My medicine is +3.
Okay.
You can use that.
So
Is that better than yours?
So I'll use my medicine check to assist you on your medicine check.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You need to assist.
Then
Alright.
move up
So
Medicine.
Togashi, roll first.
It
Oh,
will move
sorry.
up.
Boop.
It's okay. Gilgon's roll is already high enough. I don't think there's even need an assist, but you assisted anyway.
I'm going to. Oh, you roll. Oh, I didn't know you were. I thought I was going to roll first. Never mind.
You can
You seem to have come.
you can actually still roll, and yeah, you can actually still roll if you want to.
I'm still going
If
to
you
roll.
want to. You might
Seeing
never
like-
know. You might get a net anyway.
Well, I get a 4, so I'm not really
Okay.
much. So I thought there's not really much use in this particular situation.
Okay. You did a simple thing, Gilgon. You went over to the wrist. You break one part of the arrow at one side, and you pull the other one and the other end. With the assistant of Togashi, you wrap it up with a simple bandage. And then after that, maybe with a bit of your maybe you put a bit of your saliva, your snake naga saliva, and then you just wrap it. And the brother was still unconscious, of course. The bandits were like looking at it, and then after that, then you turn. He's not going to die. The bandit is not going to die. And then Hokusai, still his head on the dirt, still bowing, and then whispering, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please, please, I'm sorry. Okay, Gilgon. And Togashi, what do you do? Okay, Gilgon first, what do you want to do? Then Togashi.
If you wish to surrender, you can serve Kabuki as the others do. If you wish to fight,
Okay.
you shall face me.
Okay. Roll for persuasion with advantage. All
21.
right. And then Hokusai said, I will pledge my allegiance to Kabuki and my other brothers. Spare my life, Lord Naga. My life will be yours. And to him. And so are we, the bandits actually speak. We will pledge to you, Lord Naga. We do not mean any disrespect to the shrine. But they bowed their head. We are to you, Lord Naga. Okay. Alright, Togashi, to you. Okay, if it's not, I'll let you roleplay. I'll just wing it if you want to.
Viscal?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
sorry, that is me. I'm going to say, so Togashi. Togashi is going to,
I think in this particular on this particular matter, Togashi is going to simply convey via body language that their that their pledge has been accepted and that he is thankful.
Right, they did that. Okay, now let's go back to Koronai again. But before that, also, the other bandits actually went over to one another and they helped each other. And then after that, they just like telling each other that Lord Kabuki and there's like the Nagas, like kami, Naga kami, they call like gods in a way. Then telling is like we should work for them. That's it. Okay, Kurunai to you. One action.
I just simply look at what is happening, and as I look at Kabuki and say, there's a surprise around every corner, and at some point I'm gonna say you're gonna need a strategist. For the time being, you can count on my services to be your strategist, but you're gonna have to convince all these people to fight for a worthy cause. Because so far, the only thing they're gonna do is just fight for honor. Honor has killed so many people, not once it saved a life, so whatever you do, just be very careful, Kabuki.
Gilgon shouts, "Honor saved the boy's life just 10 seconds ago, jerk!"
Okay.
I understand what he I understand what he I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Many have been killed in the name of honor. Many have been killed in the name of a righteous cause as well. It is troubling to me that so many must live or die based on a simple word. I will be honest. I'm not sure if I am capable, which is why I trust in people like you. We need more than honor. We need more than a righteous cause. We need to be there for each other.
I mean, it's pretty much it. I would say let's keep going. We still have one more task to do, which is to subdue a rogue merchant. But
Yes,
at least
more
now,
than a rogue.
but at least now
More than
at least now the odds are slightly in our favor.
yes,
Despite the
and more
fact
than a
that
merchant. I recognize those robes. Those are the robes of a doji courtier. This is more to me than just honor. This is, in a way, become personal.
in that case, let's
Perhaps,
just keep going.
yes. My thought was that,
Right.
okay,
Mhm.
my thinking pattern is, if I am able to bring this rogue courtier merchant, to justice, perhaps this will bring me back to the good graces of the Crane clan. It's a long shot, but at the moment, it's all I have.
Okay. All right. Now, Hitsumi, your turn. You heard the conversation between Kurunai and Doji. Much bloodshed have been avoided this day, and that is the way of the Dragon Clan. I'm like literally crying at this right now.
The
So
music.
touching. No. It's like the players, like, oh my god, kill God. Oh my god, Doji. Oh my god. So pacifist. It's Kira Yamato all over again. Why are we fighting this? Atran! Kira! Yeah, okay. Hitsumi, your turn.
And yeah,
To roleplay.
I'll say to them that I also agree with both of you on this, and we also should have something that's bigger than just honor and just a righteous cause. We should fight for what we believe in. and that'll hopefully be enough to have get more people on our side through this coming journey with all of us.
Right. Who's gonna reply? Goji or Korunai?
Sorry, I muted myself because the gardener's here and I didn't want that to.
All right.
So is this
I don't
this
know.
back
It's
to me again?
either
Yep.
to you or Korunai.
Yeah.
I think.
I spoke too much, so I'm gonna let you RP.
Okay. I'm going to repeat what I said to Kurenai and Hitsume, which is the merchant was wearing the robes of a doji courtier. This is more than just honor. This is more than just belief. This is personal to me. Surprisingly, he's not he's being very solemn, not as theatrical as he used to be.
In that case, let's just go and challenge him and end it already. Besides, if we can bring him down peacefully, then along with these people, you're looking at one fat promotion. And the
You
chances
don't
to...
understand. You don't understand, Kurenai. This is not to me about promotion. It's about redemption. A long, well, perhaps only 2 years ago, I said something. I don't know what I said, but it offended. The Cranes and the Crane Clan and the Lion Clan almost went to war over what I said, even though I do not know what caused it.
Hmm.
I've been exiled from the Crane Clan ever since, and I am hoping that one day I can return to their good grace. Perhaps this is my way. I don't know.
Well, we should keep going then. You just see how walks to where everybody
Okay.
is
Then
and
lastly,
introduce herself.
Gilgon. Okay. Lastly, Gilgon. Dai. Okay. Mamoru and Dai. Told you, Gilgon. Lord Naga. We will stay here and heal the wounded. But at the same time, I believe Hokusai would not do what needed to do after seeing who you are, Lord Naga. But you are, but if you are to stay, you will not be able to pursue the merchant that hired us. But if you decide to stay, then we'll be grateful for you to stay.
We have to pursue.
Well, it's up to you. Do you want to pursue or do you want to stay?
He wants to pursue.
Yeah,
We have to
pursue.
pursue.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just pursue so we can do what we have to do and finish the whole thing as quickly as possible.
I don't think you got the time. Okay. But okay, Gilgon, you need to roleplay this. You need to tell the others to pursue.
We don't have time to wait. We have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do the rest all follow? Doji, Hitsumi?
I will follow. We must find this courtier, and honor must be repaid,
Right.
and so must dishonor.
Okay. You all chase down. You head straight towards the north through the forest and going down the mountains leading towards the river. And the moment you arrive at the river, you can see Asai and the Ronin samurai crossing the bridge. The Ronin samurai turned and pushed Asai to the side even further, and he readied his blade and he faces all of you as you're about to cross the bridge. And as he waited, the Ronin samurai prepared his blade. And then he speaks out. And then he looks into the sky, the sun still bright. Then he turned to Asai, the merchant. Asai, wearing the garb of the Crane clan, his face still injured, looks around And then he said, Doji, I knew that one day that you'll be chasing after what I have done to the shrine. Our Lord Daimyo must have given you the orders to pursue this agenda. But I cannot let you chase after me any further. They must be stopped, Doji. They are the cause of this misfortune of the land. The Nagas must be stopped before they are reborn. Why do you not understand this, Doji? You were a man of principle once.
So he's talking to me then?
Yeah, he's shouting from the other side of the river. But the sound of the water is always very loud. So you're not too sure whether you can hear him or not. What's your passive perception? This is like Shazam. Like, huh?
My passive perception is
But if you said it's 16.
Is- my character's passive perception is 11.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
So I will move to about here, I think, because again, my character, I don't have access to it. But I'm going to move and say, you were once a member of a proud family. You should have taken pride in this. Why did you forsake them?
I was removed from the family's clan, Doji. But you will never understand. And then after that, then he said, and then aside and said, Sozan, he have crossed the breach. And so then the man, the name of Sozan, and speaks up. Are you here to challenge me, Doji Kabuki? This will be a deal.
And the Ronin is saying this?
Yep. Okay. A duel here is a life and death battle. You can lose your character immediately. A duel is different than a normal standard combat round.
Okay.
Because one strike could mean the end of a character, even if you have 100 HP.
Okay. I'm going to say to the Ronin, I have nothing against you. If you wish to duel one who is stronger and will provide a greater fight, then you may do so. I do not wish to fight you. And I will return to where I want. And I will return off the bridge.
And then you
This
tap Asumi's shoulder. All right, you go ahead. It's your turn.
is not me. This is me. I'm not saying that I don't want to prove my. I'm not saying I'm a coward, so I'm going to leave and let someone else take it. I'll say I don't want to fight someone who I don't hate, so I'm not going to fight you. Not because I'm a coward, but because I don't want to do this to you.
Then Sozan and said, then send forth your samurai. And I know who I'm facing. Hitsumi Mirumoto. I heard from far wide that your defensive fighting style is unchallenged. I challenge you, Hitsumi Mirumoto. Okay, this is how a duel actually works. Okay, so this is a challenge duel. Okay, wisdom
Yeah.
check. Okay,
Okay.
all right. Contested
Yeah.
charisma for the challenger. Okay, versus
Yep.
wisdom.
Yeah. I'll be
Roll
over
for your
here
charisma.
and do just the
You can
plain
refuse though.
charisma.
You can still refuse. You can refuse. You can refuse a fight, but your honor drops though.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to be accepting it. It'll be just a plain charisma check or the.
Now, if you accept, you don't have to roll.
Yeah, I accept.
Mm-hmm. All right. You stare down at each other. And then he looks up into the sky and he whispers to himself, "Will I follow my ancestors today?" Then he suddenly starts to kneel and stab the sword through the floor of the bridge and start praying. And you stood there, Hitsumi. He's praying. Do you attack him immediately?
And, no, that'll be that would honor him, praying and not just outright attack him. Outright.
You attack him immediately while he's praying.
No, I said I said not to.
Okay.
I'm not
Alright.
gonna attack him.
Okay. Then he whispered to his blade, and then he looks to you. My time right now is short, but my time for this duel is longer. Give me the strength to move forward, but we cannot pursue this any longer because we need to be continued as this duel will take quite some time. Hitsumi-san, do you agree that we continue this during the next session?
And yes.
And then you say yes. They bow. And then after that, they turns and said, to be continued. All right, and that's it, folks.